Hello and welcome to the Red Generation! Woo! Session 8 of Season 2. As always, I'll do a brief recap of the previous session and then introduce today's players. All your listeners love me to death. Someone's very happy I'm introducing today's players.
I get to say something!
Anyways, last session, Session 7, which is still not uploaded. I'll upload it tomorrow. I have a plan to. That's my schedule. It was the beginning of the Arcane Games. Today is going to be day 2 of the Arcane Games. So that's a good way to set up in the time frame of where we are. Last session really focused on the new duties given to the party favored.
New name drop.
You have to burp every time you say our name.
Fate favored, which were basically instructed, and now as they are working for the Odysseus, they'll have to do tasks throughout the day, especially during the Arcane Games, in order to help things go orderly. Thankfully for them, there are 4 groups sponsored by the Odysseus, and they have to only share the workload with those 4, meaning that they'll still have plenty of time to enjoy the games. They may not just be able to catch every single event. Last session in particular, their first part were monitoring the opening parade, in which they monitored and stopped a few problems such as fights or theft, and were rewarded for it with a big old thumbs up from Ace. The party then went to play some games for a little bit, had a fair bit of time, had a fair bit of fun, won some prizes, and then were instructed to go on to do their second task for the day, which was monitoring the city of Valornia, or the district of Valornia. The party went there only to be told that there was seemed to be a chromatic sighting and that they would have to deal with it. Acting quickly, the party did reach the person injured by the chromatic, healed them properly, and then ran to actually fight the chromatic before meeting them and having a less successful fight than their first outing, but still pulling out with a victory and a few more bumps and scrapes than probably needed. But they did win.
Not me though.
The party then was instructed by Ace to then search for the portal the chromatic came out of, as well as document anything they find, turning the latter half of the session to a sort of mystery where the group had to investigate, search around, and find the portal. They did, only to find some weird things along the way. Mainly that the chromatic had seemed to get into a storage closet of magical goods. However, the storage closet itself had appeared to be jigged open almost by thieves' tools, something that chromatic should be unable to use. Also, upon reaching the portal, it looked like the portal sighting was carefully marked on the wall, something again a chromatic would be unable to do. Ace said that they would look into these things, and they seemed quite strange, but that there was nothing that they could really do in the moment. The session ended with Charlie using a bird cage that they had bought early in the session to remember and create a small shrine, altar? Ofrenda, which is a shrine dedicated to the dead, dedicated towards Monk, leaving it at the Red Rabbit. And that's the last session. Did I miss anything? Cool. Then let's introduce today's players.
Hi, I'm Sammy. I'm playing Herbie.
I am Cam playing Alvar.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm playing Margot.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm playing Charlie.
I'm Caleb. I'm playing Leon.
And I'm Julian, and I will be playing everyone else. Today, before we get started, before I switch scenes, we don't want to ruin the surprise for our one viewer. So can all of you bring your character to the screen and go back to base.
No.
I have to press the No, you should be able to. Put my mouth.
No.
Bro, your mouse isn't real.
Oh, there.
Hey, yeah.
No, I'm back at base.
Okay, take yourself off. Actually, you don't need to. We're gonna be starting in that. We're gonna be starting in the Red Rabbit with all of you.
I love
All of you.
No.
Changing scenes reset us, I'm assuming.
Shouldn't happen.
Well, I'm
That's
assuming
not
that's
how
what
it works.
happens. Well, it does now.
Rubber.
Before you change screens, do you want to just test to make sure they can?
Oh, and change. Yeah, you could change really quick. All right, change
Nice.
back. You have a lot to cycle through. Okay. Yeah, so there's a very good chance that changing scenes did break it, or it wasn't changing scenes. It was going back to normal mode from combat mode. Similar how going to combat mode changed it.
I guess we'll find
That
out.
sounds more. Because I mean, I know I've worn my armor between scenes.
Yeah,
My
Alright.
proposal is that Caleb's presence broke it.
also possible. All right. I need to turn on the
Scale's
tune.
You should have said no.
So I'm very
Just
interested to see your
ragging it one more
character
time.
today. I think they've chosen violence.
I
I
know.
think Sam's chosen
No.
violence.
Ready?
Just Sam.
Alright.
Just
So-
loud.
Here we go. Can we bring that up like 2 notches?
It's almost full.
Ah! Alright, that's good. Woo! Alright. So, we are going to be starting at the Red
Free.
Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have gotten used to kind of getting here pretty early, and I will say today in particular, Alvar kind of dragged you here pretty early in the day. And you know that your schedule is going to get pretty front heavy in the morning, especially as you're working with the Odysseus. You guys have told that basically all future correspondence are going to be sent here rather than your inn, as your inn was a little strange and not super comfortable with random ravens coming to your doorstep.
Even from the Odysseus.
Even from the Odysseus.
I just really hate ravens.
As such, it is extremely early in the morning, with most of the Red Rabbit not wanting to fully set up, being lit by a single lantern in between the 4 of you. Most of you are fairly tired, except I will not make either Leon or Alvar tired, as they are getting more used to being up at these very early hours.
Charlie, Herbie, sleepy pile. I think it's just Charlie, Herbie, and Snickers like half asleep. We cuddled.
I will say it's reasonable that while you are waiting for these correspondence, you guys are asleep somewhere in the tavern.
Cuddle pile.
Cuddle file.
Alvar, I think we need to start waking them up earlier.
They need to get used to it, honestly. Not
I know. There it is.
They need to get used to it, honestly.
Loud.
Well,
They almost stormed us when we were in bed.
well, they're comfy, I guess. I don't know how they're on the floor.
A small peck at the glass comes by.
Go over.
Thaumaturgy, open it.
The window kind of like rattled as it opened quickly, and it's still like a pretty poorly kept together window. However, it does, the magical force causing it to open it gives a little shake. The bird flies through the window holding a sealed envelope within its mouth.
Thank you, Raven friend.
Little snack. Some granola. Good job.
See, that's the chunk it struggles with for a second before it gets it.
Good job.
Gotta break it in smaller pieces next time.
I did.
Pop a claw and pop open the letter.
Alright? The letter is much shorter today, kind of discussing today's duties that you guys are going to be given. One of the things that you guys were told yesterday is that today is going to be your day of training. It says that today you'll be going to a place called the Deriva household. The Derivas being on the Odyssean estates. You'll be going there in order to receive your training as well as meet your new Luden trial companion.
Alright, looks like we have our training grounds and our potential new ally.
Train grounds?
That was the part you were... Okay. Yeah, here you go.
Ooh, nice. As the bird's eating the last dredges of the granola, I just the little scritchy scritch.
Roll animal handling.
It's gonna nip your finger.
It might.
It's not a pet.
I could still give it affection.
You wouldn't pet a service animal.
You wouldn't download the code.
That was
I would
you
not
were
want
so absolutely correct, but that was exactly how you said it.
11.
I'm glad we all thought about
Yeah.
You reached out to
I would.
Scritchy
I would
Scratch,
not.
and the raven being a little bit more aware of its surrounding than maybe most birds, takes like a small step back, not allowing you to scratch its head, and looks up at you a little bit and goes,
Okay, no scratches then, alright.
Download a car.
Good. I wish I could download a car.
the raven, having its meal and its objective complete, then flies away. Still using the open window that you have created.
Leon will close the window with his hands, being afraid that it's gonna break. Press it down with austerity.
Is it like before 7? As in, wait, we were invited back to dinner or breakfast every morning, right? It was like a come if you want thing.
You guys can have like breakfast every morning. The first breakfast was like a very big one because it introduced everyone. They are going to serve breakfast that you guys are welcome to come to. It's just going to be less grandiose.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I'm planning on going, probably.
Probably considering
Free food.
free food, yeah. I'll walk up to the two, three, my bad. The
That is
three
bad.
eepy little guys as I'll nudge Charlie and Herbie at the same time. Guys, gotta get up. Yeah, I let you sleep longer. It's time to get up now. Come on.
Uh-huh.
You gotta wake up. We got stuff to do.
And a whisper in Herbie's ear. Free breakfast.
Breakfast.
There we go. Come on, Charlie. Your last one.
Scooby.
Dude, that's what I told you.
All right, gang.
That's what the spirit treats are.
It's time to split up and search for clues.
No.
Not last session.
That was last session.
Damn it.
Loser.
Jeez. All right, Fred, lead us
Already
away.
established your
Right.
friend.
You are going to be heading. I presume you're going to be taking a Suzuki again, so one of you could spend like 3 silver.
Sure.
Question: who's coming along? What Pokemon are you bringing?
What's your Pokemon?
Come on, you got
Who's
it.
your team?
Aw.
Secure starting six.
Gotta be Percy.
You bring as many or as little as you want.
Could pick your starting six.
I think maybe just Snickers, since we're meeting our new companion. Don't want to scare them away too soon.
You don't want to show your power level too quickly.
Snickers will be coming. The other 2 will be staying behind.
I don't think the spider's gonna be a good impression. No
I haven't made it
offense.
up to Worcester yet.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
The other 2 will be
Process.
staying behind, agreeing that they're going to. They're like, we'll protect the inn or the tavern.
Yippee! He speaks common.
what the fuck was that?
I just totally assumed Percy spoke on for half a second. It's so real.
One of these days, one of his magical creatures will speak
We're
common.
like half asleep. We're like, yeah, cool.
Even with the,
I think we just understood it.
We're just so used to his little squeaks, we're like, I speak squirrel now.
If he gets to 3rd level and picks knowledge cleric.
unfortunately, he chose Balin.
Damn
Oh, that's
you.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad, guys.
Multi-class?
Maybe Leon should have been there. Then he would have.
That's true.
More inclined to pick,
Percy
you know,
Paladin.
the opposite of you.
All right, Percy, time to join my religion.
No.
Dunk some water.
No! He wants the light.
Go to the light.
Throws him to the side.
Wow! The sun's so bright!
Alright.
Remember one time I tried to kill Herbie?
So, you guys do arrive at the Odyssean estate. It takes a little bit, but we don't. I got the wrong button.
Ah,
Be gone.
Why do you just let us put ourselves on? Okay.
it's okay. Our one viewer didn't see that.
Didn't see
They don't
that.
watch the stream. They
I
just
just went to juke.
You'll cut that out later.
I think that's what I'm using my like 5 minutes of editing time for. No, I'm not clipping that. Alright, either way.
Fine.
You guys arrive at the Odyssean estate. The large gate stands before you as normal, and there's a simple person kind of like walking around, just kind of checking in people. As more people are coming in and out of the estate, security hasn't exploded, and that's never really been the Odyssean thing. They don't really care about security, as they have the allegiance of most people on the docks. However, now there is one person stationed there, at least kind of keeping an eye out. The person stationed there today is Kitty.
Yeah.
So standing outside the door is the maid, just kind of standing there. She gives a little curtsy in which she stumbles a little bit in the process before greeting all of you.
I'll give her a nice, relaxed
Respectful
bow. Back.
Yeah.
She seems happy at the thing. She didn't ask where you're headed to.
Well, Kitty, looks like we're going to training grounds.
You've got
We're
your.
going to the training grounds. I wasn't sure if he was.
It was correct. I mean, it wouldn't have done anything. Your buttons don't do anything if I'm on the app.
Yeah.
But that was still correct. Which ones?
Which one does it take?
It said the one by the Deriva household.
By the Reba household.
Right? Will you be joining us direct first?
Oh, yeah.
Then you get head to the main household, and then we'll bring you to, or someone will bring you to Deriva.
Terrific.
Thank you, Kitty.
Thank you, Kitty.
Of course.
We all look at you.
No. That's not what's happening. Don't put that. Don't say that.
Alright.
Albert does not do that.
You guys end up going to the main household, in which you are. What the fuck out there? You guys are served some breakfast. It's still a very, very nice breakfast, but it seems a little bit less extravagant than the previous days, especially since not even everyone is here. It seems a little bit more trickle in, and most importantly, the main Odysseus are not here. They have actual business to attend to at this point. They can't afford to greet you every morning.
Yep.
That's fair.
But you do get a nice, fulfilling breakfast before heading towards the Deriva household.
Who's taking us there?
We're just giving directions.
You are given directions.
Or giving
No one in
directions.
particular leads you there.
Okay.
The estate is large, but simple enough directions are able to get you where you need to go. Especially since there are pathways leading to most households.
Gotcha.
You follow down the path, and in the distance, you begin to see a large. I'm going to use the term pitch. You can use the term field. I don't give a shit. But you see a pitch.
Mm.
A large pitch in which there appears to be strange laced woven fabrics staked on the outside, creating a large rectangle on the pitch. You noted, those with higher passive perception noted that the grass on the pitch appears to be a little bit greener than the rest surrounding it. In the center of the pitch, you see Ace from a distance. Presumably, they seem to be talking to someone that you do not recognize. A seemingly older woman with blonde hair. On the side of the pitch, you see a small impromptu table, and it looks like during the time between breakfast and now, Kitty has similarly rotated from being the front of security to now managing this small table. As you guys approach the field or the pitch, you are kind of drawn by the attention of Kitty as she drags you over to the table.
Alright. Head on over.
All right, Kitty.
Alright.
What now?
So, hope you enjoyed your breakfast. We finished setting up your uniforms that you'll be using. The spiel, she hands out a small form. It looks like it's a part of the contract you guys signed a while ago. It looks like a part of the acceptance agreement. This uniform is to be worn during 3 major times, basically. Any time that you are actively working for the Odysseus, such as doing a task, going on a mission, etc. Anytime during the Luden trials, which is also part of working with the Odysseus, but it should just be its own category as its own stipulations. And any time that you're representing the Odysseus. This one's kind of a catch-all, but if you go to an event of sorts where someone wants to meet you, is usually a good habit to represent your sponsor there as well. Even if your sponsor is not there for you, or even if the sponsor did not set up the event. That last one kind of a use your best judgment clause. there is a notable exception. Most of these attires are accommodating to those with light or even medium armors. Sometimes some parts of the medium armor may need to go over, while some can go under. Light armor, most of it can go under this outfit. There's a small exception for Charlie. We are going to be working on setting you up with proper armor. Unfortunately, our artist didn't have time to get to that.
Charlie nods. Heavy armor sure would take a bit longer than an outfit.
Yeah, it would. But it will be working on that. We are planning on possibly tying in some of our resources to have meetings with the Novas regarding that, if that would be appealing to you. We may need you to show up to those meetings, as well as our other Odyssean representatives that need heavy armor. We have a good source of appeal, but it's good to tie a face to the name.
I look forward to it, yes.
Great. Let's see. Alright, so I'll just, we have a little spot behind the building. You guys can get changed for your first training session. Who wants to start? Not a ton of places to change behind that building. Alright. We weren't sure as they present with a brooch. We weren't sure if it was offensive. We understand that you have this whole thing with Amal. So we did have a second brooch without the sword through the skull. Now, symbolically, it means conquering death, which I don't really know if that's your thing. It might be. It might not be.
Your house, your wares. I can describe it in my own meaning.
Alright. Cool. I'm glad you showed that one because the second brooch didn't exist. No. But yeah, it was appreciated that you represent our brooch. Why don't you head back there and get changed?
Gladly.
Alright. Around a few minutes pass, and you can now switch your outfit.
Hours next.
This is
He's excited.
well fitted.
Yes, we had measurements not far from what we thought it would be.
Makes sense.
We also felt like you'd want to keep a cape of some kind.
You're like fluttered around a little bit.
Yeah, traditionally we have longer capes, but we thought that might interfere with your tail, so we decided to do a shorter one.
Yes, this is not quite the Iconian style, but sort of Estonian. Yes.
A good middle
Typically-
ground.
I'm gonna bonk
Good
you out
middle
of her
ground.
like, yeah, of course it's Estonian. Where do you think we are?
I'm just saying. I noticed the designs.
No, that's a fair assessment. We tried to find a middle ground. They liked the half cape, which is more Iconian. We liked our design, which is more Estonian.
This is all to say, I like it very much.
Glad to hear.
He pops his collar.
Who would like to change next?
Alvar's like, I would like to.
You see that they hand you a small box. This is optional. As well as handing you the outfit.
Alright, cool. Alvar will go change.
Alright? You head behind. You notice in the small box appears to be a hat of sorts.
Of sorts.
Alright.
Of sorts.
Let's it on after, putting on.
Could it be a hat?
A
Maybe.
hat!
Schrodinger's
Inside the box, there's both a hat and not a hat.
Oh, fuck.
Once you reach inside, you will decide the true fate.
So you can go ahead and change your outfit. And you do come back.
Nice.
I'm glad that you like the hat. That is more a traditional feature of the Odyssean household. We usually use that hat to reflect our time as inquisitors / hunters.
I like it. It's a lot more layers than I'm used to, but that's...
It should still allow for good freedom of movement, despite how it may be.
Bro.
Sorry, I think I just got ambushed by the Wonder Woman.
Oh, is that something that normally happens?
Not all the time.
Fuck up. Alright, Charlie's gonna walk away from this conversation and grab her pile and go behind the building.
As you grab your pile and go behind the building, Kitty like, I didn't present it, and then they look down at the clothes and realize that one's for Herbie, one for you, and they're like, okay, so you probably figured it out.
One's
the
really small.
tiny one is really big one.
I feel like just the pile of cloth is like 5 times the size of yours.
I think it would have been really funny if you grabbed the wrong one.
Maybe when I walk back out from behind the building,
Tiny.
Kitty. Well, no, I would put it on.
You tie the bow tie at least.
Alright, you can go change your outfit now. You have to change multiple times. Yep. That was a gruel over here. And you eventually come back out in your outfit. Not a ton to say about this one in particular. Is we actually use it as traditional festive wear, but a lot of people use it as just general nice wears. It's also one that we do apologize. We know that you are from Ushu. We wanted to see if we could get something with a little bit more, I guess, mimic-based design philosophy, but it was really something we couldn't figure out, and we wasn't even sure if it'd be a preference.
I enjoy the outfit.
Is that Charlie?
Oh, yes. Hello, I'm Charlie.
Oh, nice to meet you. If it needs any adjustments, just let me know.
You're the seamstress then?
Yep.
That fits well.
Thank you.
Oh, you made all these?
Yeah, I, as Kitty mentioned, I tried to include aspects of at least what Silas told me about each of you, so.
Well, you did an excellent job.
Thank you. It's very nice.
You all see Ace on the field now, just like looking around. So you're like, where did they go? Where did they go? We were talking.
Looking at his watch, like,
Probably we were nearby.
We're like nearby enough to like see from a distance.
I thought we were closer.
No, but it's fine. It's just funny.
Okay.
They're like, where did they go?
this doesn't happen to me.
We were talking.
She portaled.
And well, I can let Mario. You can introduce the last outfit to Herbie.
Oh, Herbie. Yeah, this, I, tried to incorporate, just sort of main Estonian influences. It should fit you well. I had the best measurements for every one of you, so.
Alright, well, I'm looking forward to trying it on.
And once again, if it does need any adjustments, just let me know.
Oh, of course, we'll do. I will go and change.
Alright. You and Snickers walk behind. You hear a lot of barking for a minute.
How did you...
What on earth are you doing?
Snickers tied the bow tie.
Audio listeners like to death. Snickers knows how to tie a tie, apparently.
I was gonna say, I want them to come out wearing each other's ties.
Like,
Just first.
it looks like an actual knot.
It's like a sailor's knot.
Audio
Let's
listeners love you to
imagine.
death. Snickers gave up on her beat tying his
Audio listeners
tie.
love you to death. Snicker has opposable thumbs and
I was about to say,
articulated shoulders.
For 5
That's what
seconds.
I
I know, we
said.
talked about this. He's literally magic.
He just grew human
Julian
arms
said
for
the
like
most
5
BS
seconds.
thing ever, and
It's not that BS. He composed the magic. He
I
can
don't
make-
give a
he can-
shit. He's still a dog.
He casts Mage
He
Hand.
kept Mage Hand. Boom. There you go.
Nah, he stands up on his back legs and grows the
Alright,
arms.
Sammy, your dog knows Mage
He
Hand,
jumps
and you
over
can
the
tell him to
fence.
use Mage Hand.
It can
now.
only be used to tie bow
No,
tie.
it can't.
Down.
You didn't say shit, bitch.
I just did.
Apparently, literally, magic kid can do
You
whatever.
can go ahead and change your outfit. You can actually change it twice.
I actually use Nuke, and I actually just kill
No,
everything.
Snickers cast Greater Tie Tie.
Actually, no. It's probably just the case that like Snickers is actually just like
A clip.
Yeah, okay, they have the most reasonable outcome.
a clip on,
Yes!
right?
What?
Snickers is probably not tied.
Yeah, that's
Why
a
are
great
you-
outcome.
Why
Okay.
are you acting offended like we were making weird suggestions?
Well, no, because it's suggested the best.
No, okay. Shut the fuck up. Snickers is probably just a collar. That's
was such a
fine.
gentle-
But you saying that your idea was just you unprompted said Snickers can just tie it, and I'm like, hold on, there's questions I now have.
He cast
Is
Greater
it wrong to be funny?
He cast Greater Tie Tie.
Fucking the squirrel can cast light.
Apparently, it's wrong to be funny.
The squirrel can understand English.
You did not want those things.
You did not want
You did
those
not
things.
want those
No,
things.
this girl cannot understand English. It can understand common.
Which doesn't exist.
This is why you tie the tie. This is why you tie the tie. Your bitch ass can't tie a tie. Anyway, the two reappear in their new outfits.
Looking nice, Herbie.
Very nice.
And you two
You-
Snickers.
Do you know how to tie that?
Well, I tried it and he's gonna tie it like an actual knot again.
I'm gonna untie it for you. No.
That looks
that?
good.
No. Yeah, you know what? We'll just leave it at that.
I love all of them disagree. Yeah, we'll leave it like that.
It looks great. It looks
There's no
good.
way we'd actually leave it like that.
No, you leave it like that. It looks
It
good.
looks good.
That's fine.
My man's looking clean.
My man deserves a bolo tie.
No, that's a Draconian fashion.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, it fits very nice.
Good to hear.
Alright, I believe you're being called over as Eighth shouts out. Eighth goes, where the hell did you go? Eighth goes, get over here. You have 15 seconds.
That's
Is
the
it
most
15 seconds
emotion
away?
we've heard
Yeah.
from him yet. We gotta go.
Alright.
As
over.
you step onto the pitch, most of you immediately notice that the ground is very soft. As you're like, it almost feels like you slightly sink into it. Some of you ever walked on like turf.
I felt like the ground was different here. Looks greener, doesn't it?
It does? You're fucking down.
I love that we can't fucking notice grass.
Well, you can now. It's just from a distance you couldn't. Now you can see the grass.
Yeah. I wasn't paying attention before. Like, oh.
If any of you hadn't noticed, as Margot walks next to you all towards Ace, she walks with a cane sweeping in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
Sneak upstairs.
It's a stick. He wants
He
stick.
wants to stay.
What?
I thought you were saying he doesn't understand the concept of
No, he
blind
just wanted
people.
the stick.
Okay. I was like, okay, so he can tie a bow tie, but he doesn't understand blind people.
Could you
Snicker's gonna
imagine?
do some evil things here.
Snicker's like, what the fuck is this shit? No, he just
I
wants the
think
stick.
the wanting
Okay.
to stick is a little more ableist, actually.
I found a problem, and now I have the hands to do something about it.
But-
Something Joe should have statement.
You guys do arrive on the field. You notice that Kitty did fall behind during this process, as she seemed to join you on the field as well. Rather than joining them, they do end up walking next to Eighth instead. So as seemingly like Eighth and Kitty on one side, and you guys around 5 feet in the line on the other side. Eighth looks at Margot for a second and says, I thought we were talking. I guess there was a lull in the conversation.
My apologies. I
No, it's
overheard them talking about my work, so.
it's fine. I was just asking you, and perhaps this could have been a scene without the other four here about asking you, like, Do you want you to handle the introduction, then explain things, or do you want me to handle the introduction, then explain things?
I suppose if you'd like to introduce me, it's not too late.
Well, I think you already introduced yourself. Like, you went over there and said hi. That even a textbook introduction.
I said hi, but I don't think I said much beyond that.
Then perhaps you did not follow a good outline of a textbook introduction.
Perhaps you can light the way.
Hello. It's a great pleasure to see you all here at about 8 o'clock.
Charlie was just trying really hard not to make any changes in facial expression during that confrontation.
And all of you could probably tell at this point, this is Margot. Margot is going to be your additional party member for the duration of the Luden trial, and as well as long as you are under our sponsorship. Post the Luden trial, it is up to you and Margot to make a consensus if they stay with you. It is up to you guys though. Margot is here to participate in your training today, as well as learn a little bit more about you all, as all of you may learn a little bit more about her. Mainly important things about today's training is we gotten a little off track, and we haven't really taught you much about the actual Luden trial at this point, which is important as your first match is in a few days. Fret not, most of the training is going to cover that. If at any time you have any questions, you may ask me. Besides that, I'll be giving you a rough outline, and you guys will do as you will. Are there any questions?
None so far.
Today I plan for the training to go much faster than normal trainings. Mainly because I understand that there are events still out there, and truly I don't want to lock you in here all day. And I believe based on my schedule we should be able to get done around 2 hours faster than expected times. Now that's only if you guys follow my schedule and regimen to a T. I don't believe that should be a problem.
Charlie does raise a hand.
Yes.
Do I need to wear armor for this training?
Currently no. However, there may be a part later on that you need to don your armor in order to work with others. We'll get to that later. A great question. Margot, I understand that normally you've been training with Silas. I apologize that he could not be here today, but he was needed for something else last minute. You'll be working with me today instead. I know much of your work since Silas has kept me a detailed record, to my request, about how your training has been going. I hope I can fill in the gaps when needed. If there's anything that is unclear to you based on my instructions, let me know. And if also there's anything you need from me, also let me know. That last statement goes to all of you.
I think we're good. I've met Herbie and Charlie, but I don't believe I put a voice to a name yet. There was an Alvar?
Yep, that's me. Nice to meet you.
Alvar Kosk? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. It's nice to meet you as well. And there was one more. Leon?
That's correct.
I see. Very well. It's a pleasure to meet you all, and I at least am looking forward to our time together.
Feelings mutual.
Can't wait to see what you can do.
Splendid. Margot, you've already been supplied with small files that we have on these four. We do not feel a need to give a file to them about you, as such you can explain what you can do during today's training and any time you see fit. During your absence, your duties will be handed to your protege Libby. She'll be handling anything that is needed.
Then you're in good hands.
Splendid to hear. Great. Are there any questions about any of you that you need to ask me, Margot, or each other?
What kind of role do you take within combat?
I'm formally trained as a Cursebreaker, but in my combat training, I've been doing much more practice with close combat magic.
Charlie got a little distracted. Charlie lost a couple sentences.
What happened?
What do you mean what happened?
Said
The
Cursebreaker.
first thing that she
Cursebreaker.
said was Cursebreaker.
think we might exchange it.
I was kind of looking forward, and I just turned to Herbie, just like full head turned to Herbie.
I think we both full head turned to each other.
Yeah, just.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that we're most excited to see what you can do.
Incredible.
I don't like hiding intention. Alvar, you get +1 point. You have the good question.
We're keeping score. Great.
Alvar's trying really hard to suppress a smile. He's like,
It's
wait,
so
I should
fucking
not
obvious.
be. It should
It's
not
We
be.
not.
all fucking see it. It's just.
You got it.
I got a point, man.
Well, I don't want to fall behind, Ace. Let's get started.
Great. I thought keeping the score would appeal to you.
Oh, it does.
It does, yeah.
Charlie honestly gives a small, weary sigh.
I apologize, Charlie. I too do not understand the appeal. Anyways, today we're going to cover the basics. There are going to be 2 parts of this training seminar. The first is going to be describing the Luden trials in full. It's going to be describing each of the parts, but more importantly, what you guys should be doing during those parts. Part of the thing is self-expression during the Luden trials, but also part of it is representing your sponsor. It's up to you guys to find the happy medium of what works for you, as well as what works for us. That's going to be the first thing. The second thing is going to be explaining more about combat in detail, particularly my perspective on it, and anything that my perspective does not fit will be covered by, Kitty sticks her hand up and goes, me. Kitty is very, very trained fighter, despite aptitudes. Okay.
You're like, fuck you, man.
Probably.
Anyways, are there any questions on the structure of what we will be doing? I don't think there will be any. Great. So, how much do you guys understand about the Luden trials? And the structure of the whole? No need explaining everything if you understand some things.
You face another team in an arena. You are able to get favors from the audience through big shows of, technique or, looking cool, I guess. And I think I remember the terrain can change.
I know before combat there's a betting phase.
Yeah.
Where you show off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2 strong assessments, good pickup where your partner lacked, +1 point to both of you.
We're falling behind.
I'm still at 0.
Me too, buddy.
Now, something that you may not know is that I, as well as many of the Odysseans here, have at some point participated in the trials. I did not peak at a very high rank as I chose other avenues, as my fighting style was inconducive for the trial layout. One of the things that you mentioned, which was a very good thing to mention, but was not the right thing, my thing, was presentation and show. For some reason, people said that I was not very performative. I think that was wrong.
Charlie will give a little smile.
Anyway,
My moves were in beat on time.
Here we go! That's what it was!
If only it had been a rhythm game.
Yeah,
He's checking out his
great.
pocket watch after every fight. How long
During
did
the
it take me?
anyways, you're correct. There are 3 main phases, technically 4, but realistically 3 phases of the trials. The first is the betting phase. You guys will be participating in every single betting phase, and it is a very important phase. Some competitors have been known to skip it if they think it's beneath them. Those competitors are wrong. Notice that your betting phases are going to be one of the things that's a little bit cumulative. Although the actual buttings are not going to increase as you do more competition, the showmanship that you do should. People should not see the same thing every time they come to see you, and that might get repetitive and get boring. But more importantly, during the betting phase, one of the most important things you must show as an Odyssean representative is demanding respect. The Odysseans are built upon that pillar of respect, and many people see that from us. Mistakes are not to be tolerated, especially on a large stage. And more importantly, the opponent is supposed to be fearful of you. They are supposed to know that they are beneath you. Now, you may believe that or not. That may be subjective. But The opponent needs to believe that. The opponent needs to know with every fiber of their body that they are going to lose. The betting phase is important, sure, for the audience, and you should always reflect to the audience, but the betting phase is most important to get into the head of your opponent. It's your time to gain knowledge. It's your time to show them that you are a threat. Or, if it is your cup of tea, mislead them. Show them things that show great power, but may not be your true power. Show them things that look fanciful, but may not be what you use in the fight. There's no rule saying that the weapon you display in the betting phase must be the weapon you use during the fight. There's no regulation that says the spells you display must be the same ones you use, or even the form of casting must line up. Now, you must not deviate too far to be seen as deceivers by the audience. We don't want you being healed. More because I don't think you can pull it off.
No, I'm agreeing. I'm full on just agreeing.
But it is your time to make your opponent fearful of you. And even a moment of hesitation from them during the fight will lead to great success for you. So, part of that. No slouching. Stand up straight. Walk proudly. Make sure that they do not see a chip in your armor. You are to be respected. You are to be revered. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Importantly, eyes lie upon you in and out of the betting phase. I'm not asking you to walk prim and proper 24/7, although maybe some of you should. But I am asking that when you're in the trial site, when you're walking through the stands, even if you're watching a match, just for the enjoyment, make sure that when eyes are on you, you show promise, you show prowess, you show strength, and you show resolve. Everyone in that arena, by the end of your fight, should respect you, if not fear you.
Charlie is nodding and paying attention, but she's also trying to look at Herbie. Because this has been a very intense speech that doesn't really align with Charlie's view on Herbie, so she just wants to see if he looks nervous, I guess, if he looks daunted, or if he's getting into it.
Oh no, he's nervous.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like pretty eyes wide, like.
No, Alvar's nodding his head, and he's just thinking about when we went to the Luden trials to cheer on the fucking Red Knights, and we were just not any of that. Period. Not even close.
Huh?
You were Bart. Nothing wrong with being excited.
Yeah.
No, I just thought.
You
Okay,
just
we
need to
were
be-
goofy as fuck. You can't deny this.
I mean, no, you weren't. You were roaring with the crowd. It might have seemed goofy because there wasn't literally anyone else roaring with you in this room, but in reality, you were just with the crowd.
Right. I mean, we weren't even like, it's not like we were doing weird cheers or anything inappropriate.
No, you guys were showing excitement in the trials, which is
And
exactly
I
what
think that's
you
a
should
good
do.
thing. Yeah, I think we were being good
Yeah,
on
you guys were good. That was a good thing you did.
Alright, it doesn't sound exactly what you're saying.
You don't need to be composed, you just need to be respected.
Yeah. I don't think the Odysseus have anything in being engaged in these fights.
Yeah.
I think it would be a good thing.
Like, eighth, and he'd actually like to say this, I'm going to go back to canon speech. I demand respect through poise. I demand respect through a very sophisticated attitude. That is how I do it. You may choose to take different avenues. Some people like to get respect through showmanship, through skill, through voice, through prominence. There are many ways you can get it. And truly, I care not which way you acquire it. But it is something you should have. Some of you, honestly, have an unfair advantage. Some of you already have part of a name behind you. Something that may help you gain that respect. Some of you have been with us for a while. Your name may be known. To those that follow the description, do not rest on your laurels. The Egyptians see you all the same. If one of you seems like you're trying less hard than the others, you will lose our respect. And that is not something you want to happen.
Understood.
That is a good idea of the betting phase and what comes before and directly after it. It's all about presentation. Next is the selection phase. Now, this is going to be a little bit more technical than I'm used to, so forgive me. The selection phase is a back and forth of describing the trial's augments. The trial's augments are what the changing terrain Alvar described. Is how the trial will change for your particular fight. It starts with a few bans and then a few selections, going back and forth between you and your opposing team. Banning is when you strike something from the record, meaning that neither side can choose that option. Selection is you select that option. If there are other options that could be selected, those are all automatically banned as well. And you can only have one selection of a category. Thankfully, due to a long relationship with the trials, we have a small pitch here. We also have a separate pitch on the north side of the estate. These pitches are slightly enchanted in order to modify some of the effects of the trials. Now, we are missing many of the modern effects, as we have not updated these in a while. And our architects that once worked on them have long since moved on to other things. However, for a lot of the basic effects, you can practice training those here. I'll give a brief explanation of how this works, and he leads you to the outside ring where those fabrics were stapled in, and he kind of shows if you run your hand upon them, it kind of says what the terrain is currently in, and he shows with very simple gestures you are able to manipulate it. This is available to all of you. You're not going to talk about it too much in canon, but basically a lot of the basic effects you guys can put onto here for purposes of training.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, that is all there really is to the selection phase. However, gathering intel is something that I still put a lot of emphasis on. You can tell a lot about your opponent based on what they ban. And during the betting phase and even things prior to the trial, if you know your opponent, you can learn what they may want and ban it yourself. You can figure out all that information in order to get an upper hand. I don't believe any of you have much experience in espionage.
No.
Not quite.
Not skilled.
Then we can lean into your strengths. What you lack in espionage, you do have in, we'll say, friendly demeanor. Many of you have well-spokenness. Yeah, I think that's some sort of public speaking training of some kind, as well as a decent charismatic outlook. You can use that for before the games, during the games, whatever, to get more information. You're going to have to rely a little bit on trickery, but since espionage is in your strength, I wouldn't go scouting. At least until we train you on that.
Look forward to it.
Okay.
Do you show something?
Nope.
Alright. The last phase is the trial phase. This is your actual fight. Notably, one of you might want to get one of these. Before the fight, you are in a room. You have 12 seconds in that room. Now, the significance of 12 seconds may be lost on some of you, but for those that cast magic, you know just how important those 12 seconds can be. The entire arena cannot see you, but half the arena can. Half of the arena can see into yourself from that distance, the half opposing you. During those 12 seconds, you can make a show, you can prepare, you can growl, you can yell, you can cast. You can do whatever you want in those 12 seconds. Very important. The only thing that is outright not allowed is casting anything across the room to the other room, or summoning anything within that room. Those are the two things that are not allowed. Everything else is fair game.
Raises a hand.
Yeah.
You could cast out onto the battlefield as long as it doesn't target an opponent?
Yes. Do you have a plan to cast on the battlefield?
Not right now.
Spike growth has been a very popular one throughout the years.
Not surprising.
The rules around casting directly onto the battlefield is it cannot be directly in front of their gate. The group needs some way to get out of their holding cell. So you cannot put a wall in front of them. History books have quite a fun story about that one. Setting a wall of force directly in front of the opposing wall. Anyways, after that is the blessing phase. This is the award ceremony. It is good to stay for this, and it may be good for continuing to demand respect, which may carry into your future fights. I always found it a little monotonous. But I'm sure you can find some joy out of them. You get a fancy laurel and a medal or something. I don't care much about this part. Did all those phases make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they
Yes.
questions on any of the phases.
Is there any limitations on equipment of any kind?
Excellent question. Plus 1 point. During the selection phase, there is an equipment selection. There are 2 options. There's either custom or standard. It is traditional that the groups meet up beforehand and agree to use custom equipment. However, that is not necessary. Custom equipment is you all use the equipment that you currently have on you. You bring it in and you fight with it. Standard equipment is you fight with equipment provided by the trials. These are all pretty standard affairs and are specialized to each main fighting archetypes. You will not find anything strange. However, because of that those types of fights tend to get less excitement. If you find someone willing to use standard equipment, they usually have some sort of plan regarding it. They either think that they are purely outmatched in terms of equipment, or worse, they think that they purely outskill you. So, some people, I don't know who would do such a thing, take the idea of standard equipment being a slight, especially when guns are not considered standard. But no one should hold that opinion. It's just a rule.
Understood.
Speaking a little bit more about the phases, the trial phase is going to be one that's important. As you described, earning crowd favor is one of the things you do. During the fight, there are 2 other aspects going on besides you and your opponent. And the arena. The first is the crowd. As you might have experienced, the group mentality and flowing magic of a crowd's voice appears to have some powers, especially with Luden involved. As such, a crowd in itself can offer power during the fight. It is very useful and should be used to great effect. Earning crowd favor is something that's important. The second thing are your sponsors. If it is the rule selected that the sponsors can interact during the fight, the sponsors may either change the terrain or offer helpful items. Now, the item regulation has been railed back a little bit from events in previous fights. However, we are still allowed to do it within more limitations. Regardless, we cannot choose to throw them at you. So even though we may have an item that we want you to have as your sponsor, it is randomly placed within the arena by mages. Both of those phases are important to take note of. I think that's enough monologuing about the structure of the game. If there are any other questions, you can ask me at a different time. But truly, I wish not to get behind schedule. So, now let's talk about actual fighting. About time. Fighting is a trade-off. And training as such is well. You cannot be good at everything. And it is foolish to try to be good at everything. And the second you try, other things will lack. And something is saying is about that. Importantly, is selecting what you want to be good at, the amount of, and how you want to be good at it, how good you want to be at it, is the trade-off. For example, I choose to specialize in 3 main things. Stealth, accuracy, and I forget the third, because my thing wasn't loading properly.
He's in his mind palace.
Punctuality.
Punctuality.
That's just something I have. Stealth, accuracy, and agility. Those are 3 things that I specialize in. Because of that, I lack a lot of things health-wise. I don't like to claim it much, but I'm not as strong as I wish I could be. But that is fine. I don't choose to train in that. Now, during your training, you'll have to select which things you want to be good at, which things you want to specialize in, and which things you are willing to forego. Sorry.
Are you in my fork?
I forgorded.
Forgo. These things should be something that you work a lot towards, even outside the confines of these training sessions. Notably, back to the fighting analogy, one of the things you should have to do during every fight is identify which things that your opponents have trained in, while hiding the things that you have trained in as long as possible. That information gain and drop can be very, very important. Do any of you have an idea of at least one skill you want to train or gain mastery in today? Maybe not full mastery, but at least train in mastery.
During training with Silas, defenses and protection are some of the areas I've been focusing on.
Excellent, and thank you for speaking first. Very punctual, plus 1 point. There's also a very good example if you did not fully get my analogies. Training in defensive is a great way to do it. Now, of course, there are many specializations even within that. Shield training, for example, is one of the things. I believe it's something that you've even worked at. So, if any of you have other ideas, feel free to say them or keep them in your mind. However, as we start this training session, I will be splitting you into 2 groups, depending on your training. If you want to focus more on agility, stealth, and accuracy, you'll be training under me. If you want to focus more on strength and intimidation and presence, you'll be training more under Kitty. Are those things clear? If you're unclear of where your desires fit, you can ask. Take a minute to discuss amongst yourself what you want to work on today. This may not be the only thing you work on ever, but it's going to be what you focus on today.
All right. Well,
Well, I at the very least know I'm probably leaning more towards Kitty.
I'm always ready to work on my presence.
I'll be doing strength training.
I'd probably be with Ace.
I think I'll be working with Ace as well.
Alright.
Sounds like we have our groups then.
The 3 of you go over to Kitty while the 2 of you stay by Ace. The Kitty and Ace share a glance at each other as Kitty sticks out her tongue at him. Very childish. I told you they choose me. Understood.
Now we're just giggling a little bit.
We're simply offering different trainings. Nothing
Margot
personal.
and Herbie, you get 1 point. You can't give them a point for that. I'm the one that chooses the point.
Charlie does give a leery sigh.
I'm still new.
Can't play when I got one.
Yeah. Why we do thumbs up.
You guys were at that part of the field. Kitty, modify it as you need fit. We will use this side of the field, and I will modify it as I see fit. You 2, follow me.
Good luck, you two.
Thank you.
You guys can follow me.
Follow her. I'm also gonna look at you two and be like, oh, so we're going to do custom equipment every time, yes?
Presumably.
I don't know if we'll always get to choose. They might ban us.
I would like to.
We'll try our best, Salvar. It's not always going to be our choice, you understand.
I will try really hard to make it.
But you understand.
But I will try really hard to make it.
But you do understand.
Charlie's starting to look concerned.
But you do... I want to hear you say it. This is not...
Like, what do you want me to do? This is like my whole thing. How am I supposed to fight without it?
like everyone else if
It's
we
just
lose our
not-
custom
that's
equipment.
Listen to them bicker. You guys chose correctly.
Close another point.
And both of the sides of the field begin to slightly change. You see that Kitty had decided a very rocky terrain for you guys with a lot of spires and seemingly a lot of very rough terrain.
It's okay, I'm half mountain goat.
It's just not true.
Well, it seems like Ace had chosen a terrain with a lot of cover. Appears to be a little bit closed with only a few spottings of light. Notably made the spotting of light sticks out very sharply to you, even from a distance, and everything else is a much more blurry black. Alright, and those sides are decided. We will start with both of you. One person from each group roll.
Did you call her maid? I don't remember.
I did, Margot. I don't know why maid's been on my mind.
17.
9.
We win.
That's such like a weird who says the roll. Alright, so we'll be starting with this group.
Yeah.
Anyone that's not this group, take yourself off.
They're not on the screen. It's just Ace.
Oh, well, yeah, it was just. Okay, good job. Good job, you guys. Alright.
10 steps ahead. Point? No.
Anyway, Leon and Charlie are sharing concerned glances.
Yeah, I'm tugging on my newly popped collar.
You don't need to be worried. The mountains aren't that tall, and if you fall down, it'll only hurt a little.
Oh, the climb's not what I'm worried about, Kitty.
Oh, does something concern you? I thought Ace did a pretty good job giving the explanation.
His explanation was very good.
That was very good. It's inter party communication.
She leaned in between the three of you. T?
We kind of look at Alvar.
Not really.
Look.
You still haven't said it, by the way.
Wait.
Ooh, not T.
You know I can't fight without my sword.
Look at a little
It's your most glaring weakness.
Yeah,
You look at the white view.
We're
Alvar,
supposed to address our weaknesses in this training.
I need my sword.
you can hold a weapon other than your sword.
I won't be as good at it.
That's fine. We won't be as good with any of our equipment taken.
Alright, okay, cool.
I understand. That's what you should say right now?
I understand.
What do you understand?
The words that are coming out of your mouth.
And what are those words, Alvar?
That some things are gonna happen. It's just, I gotta accept that.
What things?
Alvar, do you expect that we will lose if we fight standard equipment?
Yeah.
You can't say that! We have to be confident.
I'm gonna go modify the training.
Thank you, Kitty.
Sorry, Kitty.
It's fine. You know, that mountain looked a little bad. Little mountain.
Mm. Look, we're not gonna push for it. We're not gonna try for it, but it's going to happen sometimes, and we can't help that.
And we don't want to lose.
We're certainly
I
not
don't
gonna.
want to.
But you're accepting it.
I'm not
You're
accepting
expecting it.
Yeah, I am expecting it.
If you're expecting it before the scenario has even happened, you're making it more likely. And you're preventing yourself from preparing for it.
Okay, alright. I see the point.
Let's do Kitty's training now.
Oh, cool! The mountain's already.
Oh, it's looking much more mountainous.
Did it get harder to climb? Did you make a meme?
It was a special Sammy only message.
No!
Sammy,
It was
you
a
have to
good
hold that
message.
one. You have to
Oh,
hold
I
that
will.
one. That one
You
stays the
fuck.
Sammy message.
That's going in the deep vault, but it's
Deep vault.
It
I'm
was
just gonna assume you call us all slurs, I guess.
90%. I was gonna say 90%
I say that
odds was a
loud.
Family Guy clip.
Alright. But
I wish
Kitty
it was.
does walk back over. As Ace was talking about, some of the things that I like to specialize in is strength and presence. I believe that those are the things you want to focus on. Do you have a preference of the two?
I think I'm here for the presents.
I'm here for the strength. I'm intrigued by the terrain, though.
Oh, well, mountains are good for climbing, and a rock is good for breaking. The rock, normally we use normal training dummies, but the training dummies tend to break under heavy load. And I know that you have a big weapon, and you have a powerful weapon.
Yeah.
You have a cool mask.
Thanks.
There is still, as they point out in one spot, it seems to be on like a few on different parts of elevation, a little bit further from you. There are a few actual training dummies that you can target for targeting, as well as hit. Don't break them, please.
Charlie thinks for a longer second and then nods.
Thank you.
I've broken a few. It's okay if you do. Anyways, the training dummies are slightly enchanted. Not fully animated, but enchanted in some way, as they'll have basic movements, try to avoid anything that you may blatantly try to hit them with, as well as respond slightly to external factors.
Okay.
Does that all make sense?
Question about the specific.
Yep. Sorry. Yep.
With the strength training, is it purely just like building up the strength that we have within our blows, or is it technique strength?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Obviously a good workout regimen is very important. I assume you guys lift during your training sessions.
I mean, we usually have. Well, I have a morning routine that I usually do. I technically don't own weights. I've just been like.
Calisthenics.
Oh, we have to get you some of those then. We'll send them over to your abode. Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah.
So I get to weight train and increase my strength, right, Julian?
Do you wait? You don't have weight in your party?
We travel.
We can't really carry all that stuff while we're out in the.
I mean, I
forest.
could.
So
I mean,
you're just like that?
Charlie nods.
Nice.
I feel like I made more progress with you.
I'm not trying to. What the fuck?
All right.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I wasn't comparing myself to you.
More.
let's go ahead and begin. I will also say, if any of you want to work on particularly strength-based parrying, you can also choose to do that directly with me. Besides that, go. I'll monitor how you guys do, and I will help you do better.
Charlie walks up and says, I would be interested in the strength-based parrying.
Great. I'll work with Charlie first.
Alvar will go over to one of the targets, but as he's going over, he's like, I want to do the parry thing after Charlie's done.
Alright. You notice that none of the targets are on base elevation, and it looks like in some way you'll either need to climb, jump, or there does appear to be ropes and ladders to get the higher elevation, as though they're standard for the Luden trial. You'll have to use some of those in order to get to the elevation.
Okay.
If you have a ranged attack, you can use the ranged attack without needing to climb.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. In my mind, I'm thinking it's good training to be climbing up, but also be using my one ranged thing of Starry Wisp to get that training in before I actually just go to try and beat the shit out of it.
That depends how you want to specialize.
I don't know.
Everything's a trade-off.
Leon's gonna keep a constant loop of commentary going.
Rah!
He's not always gonna be screaming.
I know, it's funnier.
Yeah.
No, Albert's
My
just gonna.
barbarian
Full
cleric.
2 hours of screaming.
I was just gonna go up there and try.
That's actually not bad. It's exhausting training and casting magic.
Yeah, training.
Albert's going to practice his techniques with his sword.
Alright. Are you climbing with your sword drawn, or are you climbing without your sword drawn?
I'll probably climb with my sword drawn because that's the most likely scenario.
Alright. I'm gonna make you roll athletics. This is going to be a very difficult task.
Can I help out with this by providing my own instruction on carrying things while climbing? So-
I will allow that, yeah. I'll take the help action.
Alright, this is. What did you say it was?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Leon's gonna help you through it.
Alright. I'm not horrible.
What happened to my fucking music?
It died.
Oh, I ate it.
The rat taxi ran it over.
Let's go!
It just ran out.
I got a 21.
Nice.
Alright.
What was your first roll?
My first roll was 17, my second roll was a 10.
That's not a taxi.
No.
The tap is difficult, but you're able to reach the top climbing. As you reach the top, you gain a brief look at the training dummy there, and you start like bringing out your sword to slash at it, only to see that the second you reach the top, it almost looks like the dummy is somewhat trained to do this. It's trained to run away, and as such, you swing out. You successfully did the climb, but you swing out and whiff, and you see the training dummy like almost on like one wooden post, it's kind of like pogo hopping, just running away down the mountain path.
Damn, this motherfucker must be so good. I got a 21 and this bitch still
That
win.
was to climb wielding a sword, something you've never done before.
Yeah.
You did a brand new task.
Yeah, but I
It
just think
should have
it's
been
funny.
impossible.
You did really good for never doing that before.
Y'all know the scarecrow when we play?
I don't.
Yeah. I was more thinking the scarecrow from Mario Odyssey.
Well,
Yeah.
I was thinking the scarecrow.
You chase after it. Thankfully, you are faster than it and are able to eventually get that hit in.
Let's practice our team combo and let's make it.
Well, if we use the
Extra
team,
stylish.
wait. If we use team combo, do you think we'll break it?
Probably.
Maybe not break it like the first one we find. Maybe like
Alright,
the
we'll save it for
future
later.
one.
We'll play practice.
Like Kitty just told us not to break them.
Go ahead and roll damage against the training dummy.
I gotta remember what my thing is. It's a D10. Uh, 14.
The number 14 appears above the head of the training dummy after you strike it.
I feel like that's probably pretty good.
That seems like a good number.
I
have no
really wish
relation.
Charlie was here right now.
I have
too.
no relation to like where else it could be, but it seems like
It looks like a good swing. We'll say 14 is good.
Yeah, we'll say 14.
Alright, we'll cut to Charlie for a second. Do you want to do the pairing?
Yeah.
Alright. Do you want to be on the task of pairing, or do you want to be on the task of getting parried?
Perry.
Alright. I do suggest that we use a different weapon from your primary weapon, just in case it gets damaged, and I'm not sure how easy it is to mend those. So,
Understood.
she goes walking back outside the arena line for a second and picks up a equivalent, it's not a greater club, it's just going to be a great club.
Okay.
That should be fine.
I don't have a great club. I don't know the stats.
It's a D8.
It's a D.
Actually, I could always use my javelin.
That works. You use the
Or
javelin.
not my javelin, sorry, my halberd.
So, there are two different types of pairing usually. There's strength-based pairing and more agility-based pairing. Agility-based pairing focuses more on blocking and then quickly deflecting, getting it out of the way. Now, strength-based pairing is kind of the same, except usually that blocking step is longer and it becomes more of a force of will. During that time, if you're trained enough, you can usually do other things, such as getting in cheap blows and weakening the pairing attempt. Think of it more as a quick interaction versus a long stay. Now, the long stay can be quick if you just want to get out of it, but us, they kind of look over toward the other group, us more strength-based fighters, to be a little nicer in terms, tend to enjoy the longer stints in close combat.
Turley nods.
So, she takes out her weapon, which is the buzzsaw,
Fuck yeah!
as she quickly runs it across the dirt, starting it to whirl. Alright, so, this is going to be really close to your head, so I really hope you're good at parrying it.
Charlie has her helmet. Or can I go grab my helmet?
Yeah, sure.
Charlie just puts the helmet of the armor on. Honestly, she just doesn't want to lose hair.
Alright,
You get a haircut.
Charlie doesn't want.
Spontaneous.
Charlie doesn't want a haircut from Kitty.
Alright. So, you seem pretty strong, but we're still going to start off pretty simple, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to attack slowly. You are going to aim not for the tip of my blade, that will cut through your weapon. A good thing is knowing of what weapons will cut through and what won't. So you're going to be aiming right below, about here, which will stop the blade from hitting you, as well as keeping me in a good distance for you to counter strike. We're going to go slow,
Understood.
okay? You know, if we're going slow, the blade probably doesn't need to be on. Yeah. Alright,
You
ready?
don't get points from
Not what
Ace like
Charlie's
that.
sigh was.
Ready? Alright. As you go strike down, you are going to attempt to parry. Now, parrying is not something you've done before at all.
Okay.
It's not something that was in your repertoire. It's not something that was taught to you with the mimic. And parrying was not the thing. It was more just running away and evading.
Yeah.
On that foot, you're learning a brand new skill, so we're going to use athletics, but we're going to give you disadvantage.
Okay. That is 11.
Alright? You immediately get bumped on the head. Thankfully, it just rattled your helmet a little bit, despite the blade, since the blade is off. Whew! That was good to turn off. Oh, that was a great choice. I thought you were going to be more ready for that. Okay. So one of the things that's important, your strength is clearly there. Reaction is still important. You have to react quickly, and also you kind of just like your hand kind of hit the pommel. You want your weapon to hit the pommel. You don't want to like punch my staff. That's gonna hurt your hand, and more importantly, bad for you. If your hand hurts, hand fall. If hand fall, blade at your neck.
Okay.
Alright, let's try again. You're gonna try again. You still have this.
I know. Goodbye, crit.
Damn.
12. Or sorry, that is 13.
You do hold back for a second, in which, for a brief second, you feel... Now, you know Kitty's strong as she wields this unwieldy weapon. However, you haven't, felt it firsthand until you felt the force on that staff. And you do feel the staff, bow very heavily, or your javelin, before you realize you guys just stay here and continue blocking it, and try to actually push it back, or you can just take it out and to not break a javelin.
The halberd.
You're
Halberd.
blocking. I thought you were blocking with your javelin.
Black my halberd.
Then you can choose to stay here and try to block it, or move out of the way and to not break your
The
halberd.
halberd's easily fixed with mending. It's not magical.
Yeah, but I don't have mending.
I have mending.
Good for you. You're up a cliff.
I can climb down in 2 seconds.
Brother, shut the fuck up. You're not even here. I think that Charlie's instinct would be, I don't want my weapon to break in the middle of a fight, and so she would try to slide it off.
Alright? You do. Again, they're not holding a very intense presence. However, it does cause the single tooth of the saw blade to tink your helmet again. It's looking a lot better! Looking very good. You definitely got a better position. You do need to, reinforce it. Now I understand that you stand a solid 8 inches on me. So you may need to reinforce it by maybe pushing up a little bit. Your height isn't gonna be enough. Alright, one more try. Ready? Oof.
11.
Alright. It hits once more, and immediately your instincts do kick in, and you're like, shit, this is just gonna break my halberd.
Yeah.
I can't even try parrying this. So instead, you just fully duck. You do successfully dodge it,
Okay.
because she was aiming specifically for your head, so ducking it isn't hard. And she said, not parrying.
I feel like my halberd's gonna break.
Oh, I can be lighter if you need. There's no use pushing you too hard if it's not anything successful.
I mean, how are you meant to parry these hits?
with your halberd, let's take a step back. She puts down her weapon and picks up a standard spear. We'll go with this for now, and now you guys are going to continue training on a little bit lower level.
Okay.
Alright. Meanwhile, we're going to cut to you guys again. You guys are training your combo move.
Yep. We're not like. I mean, I don't even think I can death mark this fucking dummy.
They are targetable. You can
Target.
target them with spells and effects.
For right now, we're just like mock, like playing it out.
Alright.
I'm just looping like my thaumaturgy to keep practice having it like active constantly. You see Leon's eyes go through like an RGB like cycle.
You're going to make me a wisdom saving throw to represent that training.
Alber's focusing more on like the techniques his fighting style, his what's the word? I don't know, sword style. Whatever.
You're going to roll athletics.
Swordsmanship.
11.
Yeah.
He's putting a strain on you, something that you're definitely a little bit knowledgeable of. However, you look down and you see this is during the moment where like Charlie is actually in lockstep for a second with Kitty, like actually holding back the attack, and you're like,
I got stepped up.
if Charlie can do it, I can keep it up.
You said athletics, right?
Yeah.
10.
You're practicing your technique. It's definitely a little bit harder because you are doing more strength-based training than agility one, which means you're focusing a lot more on heavier slashes and harder movements than you would in agility-based training.
Alright, Alvar, I think it's time to step it up. As I'll go and give Alvar guidance also.
All
I
right.
have some concentration going while I'm looping this. With thaumaturgy.
Alright.
I'll boost your athletics.
All right. And we're going to cut from you guys for a second and go to Group B.
Okay.
Group B. We are going to cut a little bit in time, and they said, look at them arguing amongst themselves. Actually, you're short. There, calm down. That's better. I have to bring you up a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, Herbie also does a weird case because Herbie has snickers.
Yeah.
Alright.
No.
So,
This works.
thank you for choosing me. But, we're going to be focusing on agility, mainly, accuracy, and perception.
Fuck, we needed that training.
I'm really happy with carrying training.
I'm really happy with what I'm doing too.
One of the things that's important, and something that you should keep track of, is everything about your opponent. Now, Herbie, I understand that you're a tracker. And Margot, I understand that you've been specifically trained for this. So, both of you already got a good start. Thankfully, everything can be tracked. Even the most stealthy people can be tracked, if you try hard enough. Every movement can be tracked, especially faster. At the faster movement, you are able to clearly see with the blur of it, as well as hear as they start reaching for their weaponry. Thankfully, I have a very visible weapon, a very loud one. It's one that can be heard from a while away. All that is something you should be paying attention to, pretty much at all times. Now, I don't believe either of you guys have a desire to learn stealth.
Not particularly.
Great. However, it's something I specialize in. And I believe something that you guys wouldn't mind practicing is defensive and accuracy. So, as you guys finally reach like his half of the arena, you notice that there are many things to cover. Inside this firearm, I'm loading it with paint-based rounds. They won't hurt, but they will sting it a little bit, and more importantly, mess up those very nice clothes you just got. If you are shot by these 3 times, your training is over, and you have failed. If you guys strike me, your training is succeeded. I'm not particularly worried about you leaving too long of lasting injuries, and I'm only going to make you guys land 1 strike each in order to be considered successful. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Should I don my armor or?
This will not hurt. It will sting slightly, but no more than a bee sting. So, this is how this is going to work. I'm going to start being very visible to you guys, walking around this terrain very openly. As more and more times you succeed, I'm going to get more and more stealthy. making it harder for you guys to track me. It is your guys' job to keep an eye on me, either independently or, preferably, as a group. Making you guys aware when you can spot me and taking a shot, or waiting for me to get close and taking an advance when you can. Although I may be shooting at this from range, I understand that is not always the case. So there are times that I will approach rapidly. I will tell you right now, my pocket watch has been enchanted today. It is enchanted with 4 uses of Misty Step. I will only be using that to close the gap quickly. If I reach all of you, or if I reach both of you, there's a good chance I'd be able to hit both of you at the same time, counting that as a loss for your training. That all makes sense.
Absolutely.
Good. Then, you two stay here. You may discuss the strategy if you miss. I will start going. Feel free to keep an eye as I leave. And thankfully, because they do stand out in a very white shirt, even in the darker scenery, you're able to slightly distinguish them from everything else. And especially when they're within 10 feet, you can absolutely distinguish them.
Okay. We should at the very least not stay directly next to each other.
I agree. Splitting up would help us cover more ground, for sure.
The more you're able to keep them moving, perhaps the better.
So, each turn we're going to do this more theater of the mind, because this would be hard to describe in a map. Each turn is going to be initiative, and you guys are always going to go first.
Cool.
You may do anything that you think is from your repertoire that you think is relevant in either finding or shooting it. Again, you guys only need 1 hit each. That all make sense?
I believe so.
Then go ahead. The board is yours. The figurative board is yours.
So we start, it's our turn.
Yeah.
Do we, from the start, know where he is?
You saw him go away. If you want to recall that, you can roll either perception or investigation. Your case, you're always allowed to roll survival also instead, as this counts as tracking.
Sweet. Alright. I will roll a quick perception. Is that this? Alright, so that's gonna be 18.
Alright? I believe you guys said you did split up.
Yes.
Alright. So, you split up and all of a sudden, Herbie, you're in a somewhat unnerving situation. It is a dark area in an area that almost looks like a labyrinth. No one is around you, and all you can hear is faint footsteps in the distance. You know that you're meant to find them, but it does feel a little unnerving, and it almost feels like, as part you are hunting, it almost feels like the thing you are hunting is equally hunting you.
The most dangerous game.
You do hear the light footsteps in the distance, which is something that you're able to pick up on, and you are able to tell where they're headed and kind of conclude when a shot will be open. If you stay where you are, you can get a shot open next turn. You can even prepare an action if you want.
You know what? I'll prepare a shot for when he steps into my line of sight, yeah.
Alright? So you stand very still as you look down. You don't have a gun. Actually, what weapon are you using?
Probably the goat horn.
Alright? You stand guard, kind of keeping ready. Alright?
I'll do a sound-based perception check.
Alright?
Not the best. That's 12.
That'd be too loud.
You hear the light stepping down the ground. However, they are getting somewhat muddled by, not far away, Herbie's shuffling around for his weaponry. As Herbie's not really built for stealth and not really trying to be stealthy.
Gotcha. Is it sort of like a simulated, like, wooded area?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to just step behind a tree.
Alright.
I'm not sure exactly which side of the tree I would need to be on.
You step up behind where you think will be
near a
advantageous.
tree, and I guess I'm taking the dodge action.
Alright. Okay, they do reveal, Herbie, they did enter your line of sight. Go ahead and take the attack action.
Alright. 10.
As you fire off the very loud goat horn, it kind of ruffled the lead that it goes past. You are now very aware of Herbie's location as well.
Okay.
And you see the figure from a distance temporarily stop its movement, allowing this pulse of wind to kind of push back them. Before, for a brief second, you just see the glowing yellow eyes stare back at you.
Jesus.
And you see, and almost they appeared after knowing your location, they pick up the pace as this shade kind of dashes in between trees.
Oh.
Right? It's now your turn. They seem to be closing the gap rapidly, and as they seemingly post up behind the tree, you don't have a clean line. You can try shooting them, but they have 3/4 cover. You are fully aware where they are. Because of their quick movement dashing through, you have advantage on any perception you want to make again.
Okay.
And now you're going to turn once more.
I'll see if I can figure out where he is.
Right?
Oof. 11.
Their movement was a little bit too quick. You narrowed it down between 3 different trees. I'm going to count this kind of as mirror image. You can take the shot, but there's a 2/3 chance you're wrong.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to try and take the shot. I'm going to bonus action innate sorcery.
Alright?
I'm not sure exactly how I want to flavor it yet, so this time it's not going to be
Unflavored.
flavored.
Saltine cracker.
Which gives me +1 spell save DC and advantage on spell attack rolls.
Alright.
And I'm going to ready test strike if they come within 10 feet of me.
Alright. Alright. Are you going to try taking the shot?
No, I think I'm gonna try and dodge them potentially shooting me.
Alright, so you're going to take the dodge action.
Yeah.
Cool. It's their turn once more. You haven't seen Ace in its library. You hear even behind the tree as they whisper a little bit. The whisper, being such a quiet area, is audible, and this actually narrows down the 3 choices. You now know the correct tree. However, you can tell that they are casting a spell of some kind. They then peer out from behind the tree for a split second, and they're not really moving around, and as such, they're going to have advantage from the rogue trait. I forget the name of it.
Steady
Steady
aim,
aim.
which cancels out the dodge action.
Yep.
So it should just be a straight roll.
I said before sing.
Does a 16 hit?
Meets it.
Alright.
DC 16.
The small glob of paint hits you square in the shoulder. You take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Ow!
actual Herbie reaction. Ow! And Herbie did get shot. At the end of their turn. That they do not leave that position.
Okay.
Herbie, you're now out of this combat.
I thought they got 3.
I thought it was 1 each. Did I say I have to shoot them 3 times?
I think
Thought
so.
I thought so.
Then I misspoke. Well, no, then I misspoke now. You're in the combat.
Okay.
Oh yeah, each
You
of
said
you
Ace
have, each of you have to hit me once. I have to hit you guys 3.
Yeah.
Presumably 3 times better than us.
Alright, so now it's your guys' turn again. You do know the position now. They seem to be around 30 feet away.
Okay.
You also know the position now. However, you still have a harder shot if they do post up behind that tree again relative to you.
Mhm.
They're not relative to you.
Okay. When they fired, was there any light from the gun?
Yeah,
Okay.
the brief flash
Oh,
of
muzzle
light.
flare.
Okay. Then I think I will try to approach them.
Alright.
I'm not moving at my full speed and still actually using the cane to approach just to make sure there's no trees, but they know that they have at least a straight line of sight towards them from the light. They're just making sure they don't run into anything
You do so.
on the way. And then when I get within 10 feet, I will try to test strike them.
Alright. Go ahead.
I make 6 attack rolls at advantage.
6 attack rolls at
Oh my
advantage.
god.
Each that deal 1 damage.
It deals 1 damage, but hey, when the goal is to hit them once.
Yep.
I've got a blah 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 plus 8 to this, so does 18 hit?
No.
Okay. Second. Does a 17 hit? No. Does a 25 hit?
Yes.
That would be the slashing damage one.
Alright. They take a small nick across their lower part of their jaw.
I assume it stays gray.
Yeah.
I don't get to choose not to do the other 3.
You do the other 3.
So the other 3 are coming. Another 25.
Hit.
That's the acid one.
Stays gray.
27.
Hit.
Cold.
Stays gray.
27.
Hit.
Fire damage.
Stays gray. Cool. You know, 1 would have been fine. Congrats, you passed. Now you just need Herbie too. You got the system, or you could get shot. Either works.
I'll attempt to move away behind a tree.
Good choice.
Good job. Fuck off.
And then bangs.
Okay,
Okay.
Herbie, you're on me. Alright, I'm sorry. He did look. It does look just like his gun.
Alright, would I get any kind of cover or advantage from being in the trees? If I
Yeah.
climb the tree? Alright.
You could get a better angle on
Let's
him.
use roving. Let's
Oh,
do this
It
shit.
wouldn't give you advantage, but it
Climbing
could give you a
boys.
better angle and not give him full cover. Or 3/4 cover, which is what he had now. And also it can make it harder to find you. Stealth check is part of this.
Okay.
Sort of have self-proficiency.
No, but I have a +3 to dex, so 22.
Nice.
As their eyes kind of glaze off you, they kind of like look back to where Herbie was and they're like, Herbie is now in the trees.
Shit, she is helping. I got distracted.
I will say, you see for a brief second as you're lining up your shot, they're holding their guns down and like scanning the terrain.
No
you
one
do
ever
see their
looks up.
eyes kind of like glaze upon you for a second, but you're pretty sure they didn't spot you. But again, despite being in a more advantageous position, you are a little afraid as they just like carefully scan every inch of the area.
Don't get shot, Herbie.
Don't get shot.
Oh no.
Don't bring out the for real bullets against you this time.
Could you
Ooh,
imagine?
quick, wrong ammo. Oh, that was bad.
Could have been bad.
He's bringing out the fucking explosive rounds this time.
Alright,
No!
Herbie, you can take a shot. You have advantage because you did successfully hide from them. You beat their PP.
Let's go. Knew what I beat. Never mind.
20.
That's going to hit.
Yeah, baby!
Small air blast, kind of like, you see the trees kind of move, and as he hears the leaves kind of rustle, he like takes a step and hits them square in the shoulder. He doesn't even get the pushback, so he stumbles back. Alright, Herbie, you can come out. Margot, you too. Well done on the first one.
Time for second.
Take a small break, reset, we go again. And I'm only going to run it once. But you guys were very successful in the first one, so I'm going to say you make it through a few more. Over time, Herbie, it becomes a little less scary, and you do kind of become a little bit more of the hunter.
I'm locking in.
I will say, go ahead and each of you roll me a d20 check that you think is applicable to this challenge. We are going to keep rolling them until you lose to me, and it simulates how many times you beat them.
Okay.
And how much more difficult it gets.
What are you bust out, my boy?
Probably.
I mean, it's just a D20 attack.
I'm not going to allow the base attack roll.
Not attack
Okay.
roll. Okay.
Probably
a skill that you think is
perception
low.
or survival.
Or stealth.
I don't have
mean-
I would be
We can
better
also
at.
have
You didn't think that shit.
Yeah.
You beat my fucking DC 20 passive perception.
It's pretty good.
I think probably perception or survival. I mean, they're both the same for either.
Yeah.
So
I will say if they're the same, I would say survival because I'm going to be leaning into making survival your tracking skill.
okay, then survival.
I kind of doubt that there's a single relevant ability that I have that's better than him.
So that's going to be 22.
Well, I don't know what you're choosing, but Kirby's gonna carry around 1.
Well, I'm thinking I might also just go perception.
That's fine. This is a perception-based task.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a +4 to this.
Pretty good.
6.
Alright, well, Herbie did carry around 1. For the funsies,
The
just for the universe's sake, Herbie, I'm also gonna have you make a quick attack roll.
For the universe.
Gotcha
sake.
covered.
Don't make me do this. You're gonna
19.
Okay, cool. You guys do
Wait,
win
what's
round
the
1.
lose it?
We're going to repeat
Only
that. Go ahead again. You notice that every time the forest gets a little bit more dense, the terrain becomes a little bit more uneasy, and it also appears that every time he starts a little further in a little different positioning.
So that's going to be a 20.
Alright?
Natural 20.
Good old 13.
Alright, Herbie
Herbie,
coming in clutch
Herbie,
again. You guys do
Herbie.
win the third round. Go ahead and make me an attack roll just for the fun of it.
Gotcha covered.
For the universe's sake.
16.
Alright. And go ahead and go again. And max, I'm only going to take you guys to round 5.
Okay.
Shit. 10.
Alright.
So,
Marco's turn to carry.
I'm going to use the sorcery point to reroll this.
Okay.
Magical guidance.
Yeah.
Not better. 12.
Then you do a 10.
10.
This time he did win. So you beat 3 of the rounds. However, over time, Herbie, you gained a little bit more confidence with it. I'm going to let you make one more attack roll. You made one, you failed one, so this is going to be the third.
19 plus 8. So,
Although you did lose, because eventually he shot you 3 times, Margot didn't end up landing the shot. You did land a shot before he shot you, something that makes you feel a little proud.
Get that courage up, boy.
He eventually steps out after his victory and says, "That took longer than expected.
Whoa!
Let's
does that mean we did good?
Very well. I'm very impressed with both of you. Plus 1 point."
Kitty's not super.
We're both at 2 points.
Bullshit. Unless we're getting kitty points.
I don't think you're getting kitty points.
I
And
don't think
I'm
I'm getting kitty
either.
points.
I will
Also,
say-
I liked hearing him say well after you said good, like it's
Yeah.
a mother correcting you on how you should speak.
I've corrected Herbie and Ace like 4 times.
He doesn't get it. He doesn't realize he's being
Little one.
corrected.
Anyways, we have finished our training earlier than expected. You guys proved very well, and I wouldn't mind doing this activity with you guys probably another time. It's quite fun. However, for the rest of the stint, I will set up basic targets, focus on hitting them. They'll be slightly moved by the magical effects of the terrain. I'm going to go check on the other group. Something tells me they may need my guidance.
I think I need guidance. I don't think Kitty's a very good teacher.
Charlie got the buzzsaw
so-
and we got paintball.
Alright.
Poor Charlie and her slew of bad teachers.
Yeah.
Alright. So at this point, we're going to come back to the other group. You guys successfully did your training. Congratulations. We're going to come back to you guys as Kitty. Alright. You're doing better with the spear. You are doing better with the spear. Perhaps I started you a little bit too harsh. You are getting the technique correct. You have to usually wield your weapon with 2 hands and stabilize it at right below the attacking point of the weapon.
Alpha strike now!
You before you were doing it a little bit too low, but now you're doing it correctly, and that's good progress. That's what we like to see. So we're gonna do it a few more times, and we're gonna see how this goes.
Charlie is going to try something just this much different.
Okay.
Charlie knows Kitty's strong, but she's a lot bigger than Kitty.
Yep.
And so when she parries, instead of just taking it, she's going to try to step forward with it.
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead and roll.
Oh.
Damn.
Brutal. That's a 7.
All right. As you go lockstep, you take the forward step. You notice that you do catch Kitty a little off guard, and the forward step is successful for around 3 seconds. As your weapon does snap under the pressure. She quickly takes back the spear. Great idea! You absolutely have the right idea. Stepping into the block is way better in terms of blocking it. However, it does put a fuck ton of force on your thing.
Please.
So, great idea. If you're going to do it, you have to make sure your back half is really ready to catch that. You have to go and really strike through your body at that point. But great idea. Let's fix that up for you. Right. You guys can come down now.
What the fuck? Alright.
I'm back in front of them in like 6
No.
seconds.
As I'm coming down, I'm not gonna fucking waste a feather fall for this.
You can heal that. You can fix that, right?
Oh my god. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. Did you do that?
We were trying really hard not to.
You guys, it's been playing hard.
You see that it takes you a second longer as you've been casting for the last 45 minutes, and your body's like, oh god, it's like so pre-programmed to cast either guidance or thaumaturgy right now that the second you try casting something else, for a second like the wood splits open like a door, and then it like changes colors. You're pretty sure it tastes like strawberry for a second. You guide the wood to, you're like, be better at strength.
Guide my weapon, please!
Consecrate thee.
Wait, no.
No,
Say
wait.
that?
Yeah. Wait, no, wrong.
Like,
wrong.
I just want it in one piece.
Yeah.
Eventually you do get it.
I've been doing a lot!
Is it guided?
He says, like, accidentally screaming. Yeah. He accidentally, like, has guidance on it. He's like,
Jesus.
okay, fix. Blessed be thy in the name of... Wait, no.
Feel different?
No.
He stopped himself. He didn't finish.
Give my weapon athletics.
I don't think Rujar would appreciate you wielding a weapon of a mouth.
You really been pushing on that, right?
Yeah.
Alright. We are good. That's a good segue into endurance. We're gonna start your parrying training. We're also gonna copy a little bit into endurance. You from the distance you hear a gunshot. Don't worry about that. That's their training.
Sounds like we're not the only ones doing endurance training.
So, one thing. You are slowly going to start feeling a lot of pain as you've been casting for the last 45 minutes. You're going to be rough. But that's a good segue into parrying. So, it's to my knowledge that you already have some way of parrying.
A little. It's a bit finicky.
Define finicky?
Well, it's not I'm not usually blocking in like another melee attack. It's mostly once the shit's thrown at me. It's more like that. Like,
Do you want to focus more on that, or do you want to focus more on direct parrying?
I would like to focus more on parrying, but probably not exactly like Charlie's. I'm not exactly built for strength.
How do you want to focus on parrying then?
More like deflecting rather than holding.
Alright, we can do that. Even as a more dexterous person, you may need to block a strength-based person, so it works out well. Charlie, you remember the type of regimen we're doing, right?
Yes.
You're going to go on the offensive, strike over a few times, get them into the rhythm, then I'm going to rotate in.
Clang, clang.
Oh, fine.
Alright.
Oh, Mark, wait.
No, you're going to focus on something else, buddy.
Oh, okay.
You're guiding me, right?
Oh
Nope.
yeah, praise be.
No, don't do that.
What?
Charlie's smiling.
Again, you have to focus on something else.
Okay.
You've been casting for the last 45 minutes, correct?
Yep.
Cool. You're gonna do some more.
Yep.
And you're really just embrace the exhaustion. Now,
Praise be.
awesome. Now there is something
It's getting
that
loopy.
kind of helps keep you going. Now, one of the things that
That's where the
doesn't,
magic starts.
one we need to figure out is where you are casting your magic from. It's not from your body. It's not from your soul. It's usually from your mind.
Yep.
You're a cleric, so it's probably from there. Now, something that you can do in exhausted situations is kind of not need the other ones and focus solely on one. It helps the arcane fatigue feel a little bit lighter. So, we're going to focus on basically shutting down the rest of your body. Everything but the essentials.
Oh, alright.
Alright. So, I've only done this a few times, and technically I don't focus on spellcasting, but it is very similar. Now, you probably heard mythos about a barbarian's rage.
Oh, sure, yes.
Now, one of the things about that very commonly is not a ton going on upstairs. And that's very intentional and integral. We sacrifice that in order to focus on the body. Now, you are able to sacrifice the body to focus on the mind. It's quite difficult, but it's something that you are capable of doing. So, we're just gonna focus on it a little bit.
This bitch trying to die again.
Always dying.
So, what you're focused on is you're already casting a spell on me. Congrats. Do you have any offensive cantrips? Something that we can use a lot of, but something that's offensive.
Oh, for sure. As he draws a sword.
Great. I'll always like the sword. Alright, I'm going to be pairing you. You are going to cast that spell repeatedly over and over and over again until it feels like you can't anymore. After that, I want you to kind of let your arms go limp, but still let your body attack. Now, that doesn't make a ton of sense, but a lot of things about magic don't sound like they make a lot of sense.
When Leo learns fucking Ultra Instinct.
Sammy, give me the cattiest look.
So that's the idea. You want to shut down your body and let your mind do the work.
Time!
And to make sure that you don't accidentally hurt me, I'm going to enter rage. It also seems fitting that you're focusing on the mind, or you're focusing on the mind, I'm focusing on the body.
Alright.
Alright, ready? You're going to keep casting it until you literally fall down in fatigue.
That's
I'll pick you back up after.
great.
All I could hear is a cat like.
You hear cats fighting.
Oh
The
god.
cat's just like,
Because she's trained in parrying, unless you actively land a good shot, you're never going to actually hit her. However, the point is that you just are repeatedly using it, trying to strike for different spots.
Yeah.
Crit.
So we're going to cover those two first, and you're going to be in lockstep for a little bit.
Yeah.
So, you're actually we have this very easily. You're going to roll an attack roll, and you're going to use wind block.
actually, I don't need to use the javelin. I pull back out the greater hammer. You're training against a strength-based person, right?
Yeah.
Clang, clang!
Charlie just needs to flex on you.
I will activate Shillelagh on my sword.
Alright. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
I also should have my shield.
Yep. You're going to be using wind block for every single one of these attacks. You can add the +2 bonus.
Yeah. I have a 20 AC right now.
Alright.
I am gonna be aiming for the more glancing blows so that if Alvar doesn't parry, I don't
Yeah.
take
You're
his
not
head
Kitty
clean
who's just
off.
gonna fucking kill him.
Take his head
No!
off.
No, I'm not Kitty! I want you in good fighting shape, and I don't want to hurt my training
You want to get
opponent.
lobotomized.
Yeah. She did turn her on for you, which
On. This shit was gonna not go well.
It's gonna go great for us.
Wow.
Alright, Leon.
I won't do channel divinity right now, so that's just a 17.
It's blocked.
is blocked.
Similar to what I did with them, you're going to continue rolling until you beat them.
Okay. Well,
Probably will. It's already a 17 start.
That's a 23.
Yep.
Alright. So you did block the first one, you did evade. However, Charlie is a rough opponent and Charlie is a trained fighter. And they are able to swing for where you just evaded to.
Shit.
It's a glancing blow, you take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. I mean, Alvar's ready to continue. He's not gonna stop.
Alright, reset. Charlie swings again. Woof.
I'm in the game. I'm still in it.
What is the DC?
20.
20.
20. Okay. Woof.
Still in it. Alvar
That one you probably-
I'm going to say Alvar will just use wind block because he is training in it.
Yeah.
Even if he would normally block it or dodge it or whatever.
Yeah, you're using it every time.
Yeah.
I will say, you also only seen Alvar use wind block a few times in very hectic battles. You haven't really seen it up close, and just how much focus it appears to take. As you do see the gem glow for a second, and even a small aura, as someone who now has an aura, flow around Alvar for a second as they conjure literal wind to block the attack. You also feel how strong this wind is, as you feel like that is more the presence actually pushing away your weapon.
Charlie's gonna grit down a little bit, and the next swing will be glowing with divine energy.
Okay, Alvar's locking in. He's really focusing. The second he sees that light, he's like, oh, fuck.
Defensive flourish.
You do have defensive floors you can use.
You're knocking me off my game, though. Good job, buddy.
I might
Also,
use
I'm-
defensive flourish if
I think I rolled a 1, 2, and a 3, so.
you did. Yes, I did see that.
But in canon, you're knocking me off my game, buddy.
I am. I'm locked in.
I'm really glad I'm getting out all these dog shit rolls now.
This is-
was at the mug fight.
Fuck up.
Lunchtime.
Cool. After this training, we're gonna do
Another
it.
miss.
And with willing characters.
This is a long streak.
Good streak.
Good streak. Continues.
I will say, at this point, as the streak
Ends.
is getting pretty long, you see the aura around Alvar glow a little bit more each time, and eventually you notice that although Alvar puts up their sword, their arm kind of stops like halfway. And the wind grows much larger than before, still capable of blocking the attack. And their arm simply just drops back to the ground. Alvar shakes a little bit, not even looking like they fully recognize the last attack.
I was like, I gotta get rid of this. Wow.
That's fucking weird. Anyway,
Did you do it again?
you see that they attempted to, but since the attack actually hit, their arm kind of went up halfway. A large gust of wind does pop up, but the first time it kind of caught you off guard. The second time you're like, all right, this is a little weird.
However, it's just wind. I can swing through wind.
Yeah, fuck wind.
I
It
think-
does hit.
I think this one knocks me on my ass.
Good, because they have the topple property.
True.
Ugh. Okay. Alright. Off. Alright.
Charlie offers you a hand.
Grabs it.
Dig deep! Hit the fucking weapon!
When Charlie just like full body lifts you.
Thanks.
And the clashing goes on a little bit longer until eventually you do just collapse.
I guess we gotta kick it up a notch. Charlie nods over to the two screaming from the depths of their lungs.
You see stars sparkling in Alvar's eyes as he gets prepared to get his ass beat.
You see Kitty lean down to you, barely meeting your eye level. Are you dead?
Only in body.
Hey, that's good! That's where we're...
Mind moves.
That's also good! We're hitting what we want. Bodily exhaustion, mind active. Now we just have to figure out how to get that mind and body kind of tied together.
Kitty's better at this.
Okay.
Alright.
Kitty's way better at this.
Cast command on myself.
That's a great idea! Forcing your will against it. Tell yourself to stand, bitch!
Command myself to rise.
You willingly fail?
Yeah.
Kitty gets better at teaching when she's enraged.
You stand up, feeling magic compel you, as you like weakly try to pick up your blade again. See, all we've been doing is casting, but your body is tired. That is what we want. We want to put the load of casting on ourselves. On our body, not our mind. Now, can you cast True Strike still?
He's gonna try to cast True Strike.
Alright, you're gonna roll Arcana or, because you're a cleric, Religion. I will let you use your Wisdom modifier for Religion.
Religion. It's only a 12.
You feel yourself like weakly trying to pick up your blade, as you feel a lot more of the presence of a Mal as normal as you really try calling upon it. You get your blade to glow for half a second before you just collapse once more. Alright, that was good today. Let's call it there.
I got it. I got more in me.
Yes, you do, but you also have a fight tomorrow, and I can't have you be dead. Ace will get really mad at me.
Death is my domain.
Alright, if you feel like you got it.
One more good one. Alright. This time I'm gonna give it everything I got, Kitty. Prepare yourself. As
Right on my ass.
Leon's gonna go a little crazy. He's gonna death mark Kitty.
Okay.
And he's going to quicken cast True Strike to attack her.
As you slowly stand back up to your feet, Kitty pauses, feeling the presence of Death Mark.
I said everything.
She does stand up ready to deflect as you go ready to swing down. Go ahead and make me a religion check to see if you can. I'm going to give you advantage because you're putting your all behind it.
It's gonna be 16.
You are able to cast the spell. It weakly casts within your hand. And now go ahead and make me an attack roll to actually attack with it. It's going to be a spell attack roll because it's a spell.
Damn. It's a 12.
You do cause it to glow as you crash down. You feel your body get very, very limp very, very quickly. And you are going to gain a level of exhaustion. And it does deflect against their blade, but she does take a notable step back, even sliding a little bit with the motion. After that, you collapse and fall unconscious. He's breathing.
Okay.
How are you guys doing? I just felt like... Cool. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good as I'm have bruises.
Great. Are you ready to swap?
Yeah.
Same thing. How good have they been doing?
Good.
All right. Ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
That's what Alvar would have wanted.
Yes, it is. He's very excited. You can tell that he's very excited for this.
All right. I will say, as you've been doing it, you kind of seen them when you're on a long streak. That kind of aura starts appearing again. I don't think you were on a streak as long as 6 though. After that.
No. Based off the rolls we saw.
Right. Well,
It was more back
the
and
first
forth.
one you do block. The second one you do block. The third one you do block. And Charlie, you're paying more attention to it as she's enraged, so she's not really even paying attention. You do see this aura like start reforming. The fifth one you block.
Oh,
The sixth one you block.
holy shit.
I did it again. I'm really... Guys, when I get excited, I lock in, apparently.
As you see this aura
This teacher is
reforming,
all
once
kinds of
again,
stuff.
like a
Yeah.
weak
Crazy.
arm being thrown up, and this aura kind of flowing around them. Paying a little bit closer, as you're not the actual one attacking, you see as a lot of Alvar's body, not even just their arm, almost falls a little bit more limp. The seventh one you block, Jesus. The eighth one you don't.
Is he like
How much is it?
floating in the wind though? Like
He's not floating, but his body like goes limp. It
Julian.
almost looks like the gesture, especially toward that eighth one. He's like wind is coming off their blade and pushing their arm up to block.
Julian.
but they're not putting force behind it like they used to.
It doesn't look like they're doing much.
Julian, how much ahead of it? Because I'm thinking about
Defensive
using
flare.
defensive.
I got a 22.
Okay, there's a decent chance that this could block. No, it's the one number I couldn't get.
You weakly tried to block it a little bit more, as Kitty is seen putting like a considerable amount of force to literally cut through. Eventually, you do flop over. Although you recognize that you're blocking and have like vague memory that's slowly populated, it felt like you kind of blacked out for those last 5 swings.
Whoa. Whoa. Did I do it?
That was weird.
You did it for a little bit.
How, whoa.
Yeah,
Go.
a euphoric rush, I get it.
Goes to sit up, flops back down. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're pretty worn out. And how about lunch?
Yeah.
Come over here. And they kind of prop you on the pommel of their blade, kind of throwing you over their shoulder. They're alive.
I got this wobbly ass legs.
You might want to help them.
I got this.
Hey, don't touch the towers.
Kitty, where are we going?
We're going to get some food. There's a little picnic set up.
Swell.
Alright?
Sandwiches.
You see the other 3 already sitting at the picnic?
I thought Ace was gonna come over.
No, there's something to say for funsies. Ace looks at the 2 of you. They're late.
They usually are.
Herbie.
Herbie of all people.
If they're not going to be on time, I guess we could partake in our first sandwiches without them.
We're probably like 30 seconds late.
Sometimes training
Not-
going long can be a good thing.
Margot's mad.
Margot, I respect your role here, but do not push your limits.
God damn.
I understand.
He chuckled. And all of you do join for the picnic and our bio break! Yippee!
We'll be back.
Bye! Shamona.
Wappa!
I think we're back. Yeah, the mic.
Yahoo!
I accidentally disconnected the mic. Could you raise it?
I'm
like,
raising
a few
it.
notches?
I raised it. I think it's all the way up. I think it's full volume.
Bring it down like 1 notch.
Notch.
Yo, how's this volume?
It's good.
Okay.
Totally radical.
Everyone talk like Sebastian.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Sebastian.
Was
All
mine
right.
really good or something?
You guys have finished. We're back from our bio break, and we're get right back into it. And you guys have just finished your lunch with Ace and Kitty. We're not going to cover much of the conversation after that, because I don't believe you guys have any questions for Ace and or Kitty. And as such, you guys are being sent on your way. Ace still keeps that setting stone with you guys, as he is still your corresponder. However, he basically said, this is your only training for today. He kept it short, and it is only around a little bit before midday. Meaning that you have the rest of the day to explore the town at your leisure. Participating in any of the arcane games you want to, or arcane games activities you want to do. Like I said, normally during these segments, I'm going to let you guys have full control of what you want to do. Your training did cause you to miss some events. Notably, it causes you to miss the Blue Weavers Expedition match and the Orange Hound Expedition match.
Damn.
That's
That's a shame.
What's going on now?
What is going to happen soon is the Yellow Mimic
Fucking
Expedition
knew
match.
you were gonna say that. I literally fucking knew you were gonna say that.
Can we watch the one purple beholder just stand in the middle of the arena and T-pose?
He has a scheduled period of time. He probably won't do anything during it, but he has a scheduled time.
Is he just gonna stand there?
He's gonna stand there and pray.
Notably,
Nothing happens.
Notably, the rest of the expedition match were either yesterday or today. All the expedition matches are going to be done today. It's actually
Okay.
yesterday.
Well, Leon needs to go buy a fucking deed today, but besides that,
The deed.
for the Red
Oh,
Rabbit.
yeah.
What? We're not just gonna keep squatting?
Maybe a liquor license too.
I heard liquor.
If you
You made
insist.
one of the words.
And I was like, you can get a license for that?
What?
I barely know her.
like, what?
Didn't you know it's legal here in Silverwind?
Witcher. Who is
I
she?
hate it. Let's go.
Alright.
Die.
So you guys are given the map to look at. You can choose to go wherever you want. Currently, you're in Bologna around like here.
Okay. Where, if I was gonna go to like a government building to get like land, like deeds, where would I go?
You have to find that information out from someone. That's not information you can readily pick out of your ass.
That's fair.
I think Charlie would help you. She's a little more versed in Estonian cities, and so she might have a better idea.
Okay.
I think that my assumption would be that the government buildings would still be close to the castle. Maybe like Livera. We know that's kind of residential. I feel like it would be on the more residential side than the more merchant side. So I think Charlie would start looking around, or just sort of start moving towards Yanta and Livera.
Right?
Yeah.
With, with Leon.
I would probably also like ask like Ace, not maybe like work stuff, but like, hey, where could I go to like get a title, like a deed for land?
We don't exactly have. Hey, we could just pop up on top of it, or get the fuck out of here, kitty. We don't exactly have a definite like town hall. As most big cities, if they do, it's usually left unused to time.
Right.
We do have several places where bureaucratic events occur. Most of those would probably be in Livera.
Livera. Okay.
And we don't like putting too many of those in over there. I would probably stick to Soul side of the city as well, unless you're looking to get something done cheap, quick, and maybe below the radar.
Noted.
May I ask why?
Oh, just looking to further my religious ventures.
Alright. Good luck finding it.
Thanks.
Where's the library again? Which area?
There are several libraries around the city, but our main library is in the Source Link.
Being able to look at the
I'll
map.
look over to her and be like, did you want to go to the library? It's been a while since we said we would do that.
Charlie kind of scratches her head.
Yeah, sure. We can head over there.
Do you want to join us, or we got two groups so far, going in two different directions.
What's more interesting to you, library or government deeds?
Nothing says setting up the arcane game like the party thing. Let's go read and get a fucking deed.
I mean, acquiring the deed hopefully won't take terribly long, and we're still in the
Hopefully.
area to.
We could head right over to the games and watch. Should be fun. Who's playing today?
I believe the mimics are up today.
Okay, yeah, we could.
Hold on, actually, I'm gonna run that back. I want to see how far Charlie got into her nod. I guess I'm gonna call this a wisdom save of how fast she caught herself. Alright, she caught herself. She didn't really nod. She kind of just like started and then went, I'm not gonna nod.
Yeah, I suppose we could catch the game after we catch that deed.
Or something else.
Or something else. What say you, Margot?
I suppose of the options, I wouldn't mind the library.
Great. Where shall we meet then?
While you are figuring this out, I do ask. Well, spend all the time at the library as you want. Please do not overstay there. In the event that something does happen during the games, I would like you to be close to the action.
We'll just stay for an hour then.
That
And
sounds
then-
fine.
Head back towards the games.
Yeah, I suppose we can reconvene back by the games and maybe catch it.
Sure.
Alright then. See you all in a bit.
May I know, based on where you're going, who had the sending stone?
I think Leon had it on him. So I'll say. There's gonna be more of you together. Leon will toss Alvar the sending stone.
I'll take it.
Very well.
But if you all will be more nearby.
I can also cast sending if the need gets dire.
More speaking of me needing to reach to you.
I see.
I did not specialize in casting the spell sending.
So then,
Maybe I should keep it then.
I will just hand it over to you.
If need be, I will get your attention, and then you may send for your party.
Sounds good.
Shouldn't need be, but in case it did.
good thinking, Marco.
Thank you.
I will give you a point if the game is still going. Well, have fun.
We're off. Take care, Ace. Kitty, thank you.
Bye.
Have a good day, too.
I suppose we'll catch up later, Charlie says to Margot.
Margaret just nods.
Alright, we'll go library crew first.
Okay.
Alright. Where are we at?
You're in Valornia. It's going to take you
A while.
several hours to get to the source link, unless you take
Where's
like
the source
2
lead again? I
zippy.
can't tell.
The bottom right.
Bottom right.
Honestly, you
Where's
probably
the
want to
dump?
leave
Oh.
the city and come back.
Yeah, you do
Yeah.
probably want to leave the city and come back.
Yeah, we'll probably.
A ride that long, I would probably say cost you a gold.
I'll spend it.
I mean, a gold each.
Not a gold.
Oh, okay.
You get it pretty affordable.
This isn't America.
If it was America, it'd be a gold each.
2 gold each.
You're right.
With prices
Unfortunate.
rising.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're in
Competitive
Estonia.
rates.
Who are we competing
the highest.
with? Ourselves, of course.
Actually, the gold would be slowly being diluted with silver.
They're actually watering it down.
Yeah.
Alright. You guys do arrive at the source link and the library holds. It's been so long since I needed to say the library name. I'm pretty sure it's called the Grand Library. No, the Arcanite Library. You arrive, the Arcanite Library is a vast circular structure that almost has like a little peninsula sticking off of it, which is kind of like this entrance foyer, and the rest is just this massive structure going up and down multiple floors. The center of it is almost seems to be not hollow, but like somewhat like stepped in repeatedly until you reach the bottom.
I'm gonna say
Like
like
a reverse pyramid.
before we get there, I'm gonna like lean in so that I can kind of have a private conversation with Herbie and be like, how much did you want to talk about things with Marco? I know they said they had some thoughts on the topic, but it's really up to you on what you want to say.
Well, we don't really know her much yet, so maybe just surface level details for now.
Okay, sure. I'll follow your lead then. Because I'll hold the door open for you two to go inside.
You two go in. You see that the library is a little bit quieter, as not many people are visiting the Arcanite Library during this time. It allows you to have a lot more resources at your disposal, including many of the librarians who seem to really just be putzing about. You see as you enter, 2 librarians appear to be playing a card game on the table before they look up and say, "Oh, sorry, we weren't expecting anyone. Can I help you with anything?" Whoa!
Anyways. Hi. We were looking for any books on magical curses, if you had any.
Margot, like,
Margaret raises her eyebrows.
Would Margot come to the library? I think Margot would at least come to the library.
As in, has she been here before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say like the librarian like looks at you. They kind of like pause for a while to like magical curses.
Mm-hmm.
this is so funny. Actually.
We have a few sparse text on the topic. It's not readily documented outside of professionals.
As I understand it, they have a few texts that have some rudimentary knowledge, and a couple more rare pieces that do contain some techniques that aren't well documented elsewhere. But most information on magic curses I have a library for.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Huh.
Elmer, how's Elmer feeling?
He's like, well, I didn't know that information beforehand, so.
The Herminator.
Well,
I don't mind being here if you wanted to pursue this interest on your own.
Well, maybe what they have here would be a good start, because I'm not particularly familiar, so maybe some basic background would be good.
Okay. Would you like any help in looking through the sources, or would you like to do that on your own, Herbie?
Oh, I will definitely need help. Yeah. Do you have any reading aids for books, by the way?
We have a few magnification devices.
I can read it for you, Herbie.
Thank you. Margo just being like, what the fuck is this?
Margo realizing she went with the weird one.
I'll be honest, Margaret went with this group purely because she felt closer to Herbie than anyone else.
Yeah.
How's that working out for you?
Weird.
Why did you feel closer to Herbie?
Because they
Because we
trained
trained
together. Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, well.
Sure.
I think we'll take Introduction to Curses by, I think it was Velenos?
Yeah. Wow, you have the name recognized.
Amazing.
Of course you do, that makes sense. Follow me for a minute. And they lead you into kind of like the long corridor.
I would just hold on. How long was the Zuki ride? I just want to know.
Probably like 30 minutes.
Okay, that's not that long.
That's fast.
That's
Holy
fucking
shit.
fast.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn.
I mean, the reason the time was going to be extended is traveling through the city during the games is noticeably slower. Alright.
Yeah, but half an hour clear across the city.
Yeah.
I
It's a fucking
will.
bullet train.
What the hell?
Do any of you have any? I know what you need. Do any of you have any particular devices that may help you?
No.
A thing that you wield. They kind of like tap your stick, and it glows slightly. You see that it's like kind of guiding you through this like funnel of a library toward where you want to go. You can also just follow them. They're pretty familiar with this section of books.
If they're familiar, I think we can just follow them for sure.
As you were, stay close by though. Margot's been here for a bit, but it's very bad to get lost in the Arcanate Library. Stay with someone who knows where they're going and do not go too deep.
Okay, understood.
It can be difficult to navigate.
Good luck navigating.
Thank you.
You're getting trapped in the depths of infinite
Right?
knowledge. We're just going to the DMV.
You start walking down, and Margot's a little bit more familiar. You feel the ground start shifting underneath you as you're walking. It kind of was like before many layers of funnels, with the layer getting between the layers being a little harder to tell how to do. But as you're walking down, the layers kind of like bend down almost unconventionally, appearing as you're somehow moving on a slope despite knowing 10 seconds ago that ground was level.
Actually, very familiar to Herbie. He knows the
Non-Euclidean.
It's a little non-Euclidean.
The non-Euclidean
And
library.
the wood kind of bends, leading you down a few layers. Since curses are not really studied often, it's not really kept toward the surface, which is like more standard stuff. And as such, you're brought down many layers, which makes your walking check a lot more important, because getting lost is really bad. Do not get lost in the Arcanine Library.
I'm gonna go
Do
lost.
not. As you're like getting lower, you see these signs and they're like on the walls, like, have someone with you. Do not get lost. If you get scared, look up. Light always help you escape. It's like active warning getting more and more pressing.
Don't go to the back room.
Do not go too deep. And like next to these writings, which I guess you're the only one that can see these writings.
Yeah.
And they're getting deeper and deeper. They're getting like more and more scribbled and chaotic, looking less like a warning sign and more like the writings of a madman.
I will put my hand on Herbie's shoulder as I am piercing the personal bubble a little bit. I am piercing the personal bubble a little bit just to stay as, like, still not, like, hovering, but still, invading that space a little bit.
On Herbie or Margot?
Margot. I'm holding on to her.
You definitely feel that they're a little closer than they were before.
Okay.
You guys reach floor negative 15. Which is fairly deep. However, as you look down, the abyss still looks like ever growing.
Ever growing.
Like, compared to before, it does not look like the bottom has changed its distance to you. Despite looking up, you can see that there is a large gap in between you and where you were. However, you arrive at a section and you see a glowing tome. The color of the glow matches the color placed upon the stick.
I think it should be around here. There's a section for V.
Yep, I can see the glowing that's matching your cane.
You take the tome out and almost the living wood that you're standing on starts forming to the left side of you, leading to a small little cozy sitting spot with a little light already set up, a table, a little book nook. However, the book nook does hang over the endless expanse.
Cozy, cozy!
It's a cozy little book nook that does hang over the endless
I'm
expanse.
not moving
The
until
infinite
Margot
depths of
moves.
comfort.
The book nook does have like little guardrails.
Let me
like-
make something abundantly clear. I am moving a fucking inch until Margot decides to move.
Margot just sort of following instinct. She's been here a few times before. Turns in that direction and starts making her way down the shelves towards the book nook.
You find the book nook. I will also say, anyone may roll a nature check, and this is a particular type of wood that's able to do this thing.
The Herbie.
And
Well,
this
you
is the
know.
same type of wood in both the similar.
7.
14.
You have seen this type of wood before. It's specifically called living wood because of its weird properties. Some people believe that this wood, usually harvested from dead treants, still has some of the treant's living properties to it, hence why it's able to do strange things. Some people even said the wood is capable of holding a personality.
Well, we're surrounded by corpses. That's crazy, dog.
Corpses that can choose whether or not they like you.
Yeah, it's
Does
so
this come from
cool.
Herbie?
I don't think he's very happy with this arrangement. I don't think he's very happy.
Yeah, I'm actually planning on giving the Arcanine Library like its own session, but like this works.
Herbie's inability to just ask for help straight out. Answer this.
No,
I
he
want
didn't.
you
No,
to do
it's
it.
correction. He didn't even ask. Alvar was like, "Hey, you want to do this thing that we've been meaning to do?"
He's like, yeah, baby.
I don't know, I guess.
Alright, so you guys are now floor negative 15, and a little book nook. The book nook is easily able to accommodate all of you. You actually see at first, it only appears to have 2 seats, but as you approach, it grows a 3rd seat capable of fitting all 3 of you. It had a little light. The little light appeared to be like a small encaged, harmless flame that appears to be encaged within the living roots.
I completely thought you were just gonna say it's like a glowing fairy that's stuck inside of a cage. I was like, ah!
Fuck it, sure.
And you guys are able to sit down and read.
Did the librarian give Margot a
Yes.
magnifying? Okay. Okay. So we can.
Man, I gotta put you guys in the void really quick.
You have void picture?
Oh, they'll make it darker.
Damn it!
There's no void.
I
That's
wanted
alright,
you to
it's
put them
still
in the
spooky
torment
enough.
funnel.
Sorry, I think I got the torment.
No.
I think I can just put you guys like in black.
I don't know, man.
Sorry, Herbie.
Oh no, that one got flowers.
The endless expanse of the living
that's not
dead for
right.
you.
No!
Yep, that's
At
not
least
the
put me
black.
in the marrow furnace.
I don't think black exists.
There you go. Welcome to the caves.
Alright, that's good enough. That's close enough.
Welcome to the abyss.
Into the depths.
Alright.
Damn, it is dark.
Just so you know, Herbie here can't read modern Fey tongue, so
Oh, okay.
it's more just Druidcraft. Druidic, whatever it's called.
That was in character.
And even that I'm still learning.
That's
Yeah.
perfectly alright. Before we even get to the book, it might be good to sort of explain some basics. Cursebreakers, as the trait is known, might be more accurately described as sort of curse dealers. Oftentimes the knowledge with the knowledge of curses comes with both the ability to remove them, but also how they work and how one might place them. I suppose I don't want to intrude too much, but was there a particular side of that coin you'd be more interested in focusing on?
Remove.
Removing curses can vary in difficulty significantly depending on the nature of the curse. Some curses are simple curses. Some different authors call them standard curses or primary curses. I think Velenos uses the term standard curses to describe curses that affect only one of one's aspect of being. Those being the mind, the body, and the soul. In general, standard curses are much easier to remove. They can be dispelled, they can be cured. Most standard curses, a cleric, such as your very own, might be able to remove or dispel. Cursebreakers mostly get involved when the curse is a intertwined curse, when that affects multiple aspects of one's being. And in the most fortunate of cases, those curses can act as simply two separate standard curses, one affecting each aspect, but as the name entwined or intertwined implies, more frequently they are knotted, they are woven, and depending on how practiced the bestower of the curse is, detangling that knot is most of the work of removing a curse. That's primarily what I do as a Cursebreaker. It usually involves first probing that knot, learning about the curse, in a process called dowsing, in order to discover which aspects of being are affected, how the curses are intertwined. It's hard to describe it without speaking in metaphors. But once the Cursebreaker has a sense of how that curse works, they then can begin to try to detangle it. That is often a lengthy process, and what that looks like also varies widely curse to curse. Some curses take hours to detangle, others years, and if one's unfortunate to have a curse that affects all three of their aspects of being, those curses tend to be beyond detangling, though thankfully very few are even capable of placing curses like that. So those curses are probably not the focus of our study. Does that help sort of set a baseline for how removing a curse might go?
I think it establishes a baseline, yeah.
Okay. Well, then let's see what Valinus has to say about that. As we turn towards the book and start to expand on that process.
As a very brief expansion, a lot of the things upon reading the book, and Alvar, you're the one doing most of the reading, if this is the text you've already read. It's nice to refresh notes though. Have the two of you are going to make me I'll say an investigation check. You can use dowsing instead.
Investigation.
Yep.
Hit it, Herbster.
Nope, that's a 4.
Herbster is not going to be rolling.
18.
I believe it is for reading, and her
yeah.
cannot read, so.
Right.
4.
18.
Wow. The terminology is complex. Despite this being an introductory book, there's not a ton of introduction to have. The book, this is a very loosely studied magic, and as such, you're not going to get into it without getting very familiar with jargon very quickly. That's not something you're really familiar with having to deal with, and as such, much of the jargon, although it may have explanations, flows past you.
Well, I don't need to understand it, I just need to say it to Herbie.
In that case, Herbie, I will allow you to roll an intelligence saving throw.
Alright.
Make sense of the
Brain
mispronounced
expansion.
jargon.
7.
Would my commentary be able to help, or not necessarily?
I'll consider it the help action. You can have advantage.
Sweet. 14.
The details are definitely complicated, but there are a few things that stick out to you, and you're slowly trying to tie it to your own experience. One is the concept of linked curses. It's a type of standard intertwined, or it fits into all three categories of curses. But the idea that a curse may be in one person, but have aspects present in another. Such as maybe two people have an intertwined curse with each other that causes one to be affected back and forth. Notably, it seems like if that is the case, as long as one of those people can be worked on, that can usually help solve things for the second person, even if they're not present.
Huge.
However, it is a difficult process. one of the things that sticks out to you, Margot, which is something that you sometimes forget, that although a lot of standard curses can simply be solved with the remove curse spell, which are always very useful, it does always necessitate some understanding of the curse of some kind. Now, thankfully, 90% of standard curses are documented by... I actually don't have a name for them yet. Basically my equivalent of who? The World Health Organization, if you don't know what who is. Basically, all of them are categorized, and as part of becoming a Cursebreaker / becoming a cleric, you at some time either just learn it by memory or receive a small addendum to your studies in which you receive that knowledge base in order to treat many basic curses, or many standard curses. However, that does not follow all standard curses, and something can still be considered standard, but still require a dowsing process before you can remove it with remove curse. That's something that, because you are so knowledgeable, sometimes you forget that aspect. However, that is an important aspect to know. It's also important for you to know. Those are the two details that I would say stick out to you while reading this. The rest is just a nice refresher. However, you do forget that you are annoyed with Valanos' writing style, and he always kind of thought himself better than others, and wrote as such.
Every once in a while, she just goes,
But yeah, that's what you gotta do. You're gonna be spending the next 30 minutes reading that because you agreed to allocate an hour.
to the DMV!
To the DMV!
We're so
Leave them in
interesting,
the
guys.
You can
We
stay
did it.
the void. You
We
can stay
did
the void. Enjoy the void.
Yeah.
I simply love Margot being on Zuki for half an hour, rolling up to the library.
And then just being like the main resource.
Oh boy, I'm so excited to see what they want to learn about. I love learning.
Huh?
You really think about curses?
There was a library like one building over.
I'm right next to
I
one.
had this exact book back at my place.
We could have walked there in 3 minutes.
But
Look, we
Let me
didn't
take you out
know.
of the void.
You didn't know.
I don't know what fantasy.
We don't do
D&D
things the
looks
easy
like.
way here.
Marco's also polite enough to not say that.
We don't do things the emotionally transparent way here. We're trying. We're working on it.
I wanted Herbie to have what he wanted.
Alright, this is that
The way he wanted to do it.
This is a scary ass DMV.
Oh,
I think Charlie and Leon walk in and go, "What?
Charlie,
I'm scared."
I don't think I've been
You
like
say that's a scary ass
building.
DMV. I say that's the DMV.
Can we get something with a little more light?
Happy?
No.
okay,
Is there like
jumps in Charlie's
a
apartment.
daytime filter? Or no?
Not on this one, because I was
Okay.
specifically looking at image from the shop.
Yes, the bed.
the DMV worker
Open
lying
the
there,
DMV
waiting for you,
bedroom.
like, hey.
There you go, right.
All right.
I don't have a DMV on standby. I'm
Damn
sorry.
you, Julie.
Really?
The one you had with scales looked good.
I like the cauldron in the corner. Oh, there. That's way better.
Hell yeah.
So
Badges are the scrolls.
an armory?
Those
Okay.
are scrolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scrolls.
Okay.
They kind of look like
Scrolls.
scrolls.
They beat you over the head with it.
With the power of the DMV.
Also, I like the windows.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like I'm up in hell.
Yeah.
It's daytime.
That's what they go
you
for in
know?
the DMV.
Daytime really makes a difference.
I mean, we're in Libera. It feels like a very,
Yeah.
very soul-side place.
Yeah, you go to parkour there.
We're
Yeah.
currently in the 15th circle of hell.
Yeah.
Well, we're at the DMV. It's basically the
Yeah.
same thing.
We're
Thankfully,
both plumbing the depths here.
also, thankfully, the DMV, I guess that's what we're calling it, is also very quiet because people are not doing business right now.
Well,
This is when
Yeah.
you do business.
We're
so you
gonna
can
do this
save
for half an
time.
hour, and then we're gonna.
We're gonna be done in 5 minutes,
Right.
and we're just gonna hang out.
Alright.
They're still gonna be on the Zuki when we finish.
So, as you enter the building, the small bell rings. However, it does not appear to wake a sleeping halfling with their feet kicked up on the desk.
I almost feel kind of bad.
Good afternoon.
Huh?
Good afternoon.
Well, hello.
How are you?
Give a little hop, dropping below the desk and then walking around it. Doing great. Are you lost? You need a map or something? Directions?
No, actually, I'm here for a deed, a title on land.
Oh.
This is the place to go for it.
Yes, we can
yes.
sort that out. Do you know the Where it's located?
Yes, the former Red Rabbit Tavern in the Luden side of it was a little bit right.
He
Yeah.
takes like very
Judging.
small glasses and like puts them on. Alright. Could you
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Miller
He
time.
opens a
2 in
long
1 day?
file. He's
That's
like,
crazy.
I'm gonna need you to take a step to your left.
Sure.
As he reaches, opens it, it comes filing down. Just a massive row as he goes like filtering through them. And you notice at this point, which is a little like less conspicuous at first, there appears to be almost like a doggy door on one side of the building where the file just shoot out. Alright. You said the Red Rabbit?
Yeah. Yes.
THE or DA?
THE. There's a Bell Red Rabbit. No. Maybe
No.
we should check that out.
There's not, I just needed to make sure.
Ah.
Well, there might be. Let me check actually. There's not.
Damn. There go our weekend plans.
Julian, what did you have to roll for there to be a D?
We're right now nat 20 to the dog
Okay.
Red Rabbit. 10.
Halfway there.
Silver bar.
Alright. Ooh. Yep, there is a former deed. Let me see if it's still in check. I don't believe you're a deed holder. You don't look like you're in your 40s.
Thank you for that.
Alright. The deed did expire a
Forgot
little
you
bit.
de-aged.
A little bit after the hollow. No one's like claimed this since. Let me see if I could get in contact with the original owners to see if they still want to lay claim of any kind. They would need to get the renewal process, but because you guys are here, I can make sure that you're kind of ahead of them, unless they have a very good reason to have that renewal in place and just weren't able to because we did allow an extension because of the hollow and all that stuff.
Oh, sure.
So, cool. That's going to be a. Are you looking to just the land or the structure on top of it? If you are doing the structure on top of it, we do have to make sure it's up to code, as well as anything you would be building. We have to make sure it's up to code.
The land and structure, sure.
All right. I think we're gonna need a DP of around 200 gold, and then we can start working on that. We should get back to you. Now, many of my contractors are out right now. Everything going on.
Of course.
So we should be able to get back to you hopefully within like 4 or 5 days.
Sure.
How
Yeah.
much
Both
money
now.
did the Odysseus give us
600.
again?
They give us
600.
600.
So we'll have 400 for repairs.
200 deposit.
That's not bad.
Everything goes well. We'll get this all sorted out. The actual deed will cost you around 50 gold. But yeah, everything's looking good. We can go get that sorted out to you. I just need you to read this over, sign it, all that jazz.
Terrific.
Charlie will help read.
Alright? Due to your knowledge of mercantilism and you're able to read legalese, you're able to see that the deed is, and the contract seems to be fairly well written. You guys went to a place on the soul side, which did cost you a little bit more money, but as such, everything seems to be above board. It goes over very simple things like, hey, we're going to reach out to the old guy first. If he wants it anyway, your deposit will be fully returned to you, and we'll allow them to take that extension. If they do not finish that extension in a certain amount of time, then you guys would have the ability to reapply because their extension will be considered forfeit. If they choose to forego that extension, then it'll be straight onto the process with you, as we already have set up that process for you. It should take around the 4 to 5 days, like they said, to do that, as well as the inspection. They do need to inspect the current building to see if it's up to code. If it's not up to code, they will still allow you to get the deed, but they will need to make sure that you get it up to code before running any operation. Those up to code checks can be checked with either them or a separate organization on closer to your city, as there is one station in Melton, or something that they write on the sheet.
Okay,
Time
I
hovering.
probably note that address down
Yep.
myself. Be
You
like,
do so.
oh, we can follow up in Mojang itself.
Oh, good looking out. Yeah, that will probably be faster.
There are a few more details here and there, but everything seems above board.
Okay.
Everything looks good,
This is
right?
mine.
Yeah. We should start looking over the zoning laws because I mean, we'll have to rezone the building. We're going to use it for a different purpose.
Right, and we should probably get some repairs done before the audit, assuming the
Well,
owner
we're not allowed
is
to.
forfeit.
Technically allowed to do construction on the building until we own it. So.
Okay, fair enough. Maybe
Your
some,
whispering friend is correct.
yes. She usually is.
You do not currently have any agency over the building. We're going to do a code check, but that's really not to punish you and more to help you figure out what you have to fix.
Okay, understood.
May I ask what you're going to be opening there? This is just more out of self-curiosity.
Well, currently the structure, as you know, is a tavern,
I
but
did read that in the file, yes.
yes, but I was hoping to pursue some religious ventures at this location.
Alright, I mean, you will need a few licenses and, like your friend said, zoning laws. You seem very well adept at that. You will need to figure out some of that stuff, and there are licenses that need to be filled out in order to have a religious organization set up, as well as making sure that religious organization fits kind of like the structure that we have for our religious buildings. If it's, for example, if it's for X god, you need to have X things in it.
Okay.
But yeah, you can either find the documentation for that. I believe there's a long detailed list for the Arcanite Library, or you could just wait for us to finish your look over, and then we can also help you out with that.
Sounds great.
All right. Wonderful.
All right, you guys have been lovely. Just go ahead and get that signed, and I will send you on your way.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
We can follow up at the other location in 4 to 5 days.
Yeah. If you also want, we can send word to you guys when you're done if you have a place of residency.
Sure. We'll give them the address to the inn.
Okay.
Because probably look a little bad to give the address of the Red Route.
All right, that sounds all good. We'll
Definitely
send word
not
for you for when it's
spawning
ready.
work.
We'll send word for you when it's ready.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now I know one of you is signing. Who's the signer? Who's the co-signer?
I'll be the signer.
I'll go sign.
All right. Cool. If we had a system like credit in this world, that'd be a very interesting idea.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
All
Who
right.
recently changed his name, has no credit history.
Yeah.
My credit would be great.
Your
In
credit
which
would
case,
be
I
good.
would need to sign.
Yeah.
No, in that case, you'd be the co-signer.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Whoa!
Wow, me when I'm canonically the best person to co-sign.
I can't.
This was eco.
I
No
can't
question.
I can't wait to open up the code book for temples
Yeah,
and look at them all. No,
It's gonna be
Exactly.
an exhilarating session when we get to the fucking, like, literally just the builder session.
Yeah.
I
Bro.
can't wait for the fucking
I will
legal
load up a
dispute.
game of The Sims, and I'll be like, this is the session, guys. Yo!
I cannot wait for the legal dispute session.
I
where-
cannot wait for the legal dispute session. I
Char-
want Charlie to come in and slap her dick on the table.
Even just doing that, like, 5 minute of bureaucratic talk, I saw, like, Sam staring at me, and I'm just like, yeah, this is what I'm doing, I guess.
I can't wait for Charlie Ace Attorney. Charlie just going like, objection!
I have mercantilism! I want to use it!
I know you're lying, you fuck!
All right.
Zone of truth, bitch! Say that again!
Have a wonderful day.
I think you're just gonna be nuts.
Thank you. Enjoy your nap. Wow, Charlie, that was really efficient.
Yeah, very empty. Great.
Awesome. Let's go to the arena.
After you take 2 steps away from the door, you hear the file cabinet go whoom!
Whoa. That was close.
Oh, I missed that.
You gotta go to the
Guys, we have such an interesting day today. We're so interesting.
We were really fast. They're probably gonna be a while. Let's go play some games.
Exemption.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's play some games.
Alright. So you guys play games. Eventually you guys do get the information you want. Are you checking out the book from the Arcanite Library, or are you just leaving it here?
Probably won't now that we know that they
Yeah, I
have a
don't think we
library.
need to check it out. I'm gonna be real.
Alright. You are going to... Margot, you're going to go ahead and roll me a history check.
Oh fuck.
I will give you advantage because you've been here before.
Y'all back on scene?
Oh, sorry.
Charlie probably
Is that good
talks a lot
enough?
about
Hey, I'm
herself.
the boy.
Yeah.
Probably tells
That's
you more
probably
about her
good
mom's shop.
15.
Oh, that was the DC I had in my mind.
Oh.
Holy shit.
I suppose if I fail, I could. I have things I can do.
To not fail.
Devious.
Well, Herbie actually has geographic memory, so.
There's no geography here.
Just the corpses of the fallen.
Don't you remember the non-Euclidean woods? You can't mark shit in there.
That's
Things I could
true.
use
Sam has a spell succeed skill check.
I am so sad that you guys are not getting lost in the funnel next.
No, that's
I
when we
really
all
wanted
get
us
lost
to just
together.
do like the buddy cop
Yeah.
solo mission while you guys to get lost in the non-Euclidean library.
It would have been awesome.
Yeah.
We had the Three Stooges last time.
This is not
This is
Three
not
Stooges.
Stooges.
This
No.
is Lost in the Backrooms horror game.
Yeah, you guys are playing Backrooms and we're playing like fucking.
Guys, it would be great bonding. Are you sure you can't raise the DC?
I will say you do navigate out, but I will say as you're going back up, the signs are like somewhat different. You don't remember these signs the same way you went down. Some of them are written in like different languages.
Some of them
Some of
say
them are
raise the
written
pit.
in like code. They're just written in different things. And then as you're getting further and further out, now they're like getting a little clearer, but there's also like arrows that are pointing on the way out. Like one of the signs even like cheers you on. And like, congrats!
You
and
survived!
yeah, and you guys do get back to
As
the
in
top
that's
of the
written,
floor.
or it makes that sound.
You hear a very big.
It's like
can't wait
motion
for-
censored. The second we walk past it, it makes that sound.
I
No.
can't wait for her to never.
It
come
just
back
made
to
that
life.
sound.
There's someone trapped in there.
It's just- I was like, damn it, Emma! Sorry. I was say sorry.
I'm sorry.
My
I'm sorry.
No, you have no
It was
bit.
I
have no
bitches.
Wait, I just
It
saw
was your
Emma
bit. It was
shrink.
your bit.
You guys do reach the
You
top.
said it first. It's your bit.
You guys do reach the top, and the people are still playing a game. I think they've gone a little bit longer.
They go, oh, you made it out.
Oh, that's surprising.
Did you get what you needed?
Yeah, we read through a book. It was pretty helpful as I look over my ovary.
Great. Well, if you need anything else, we stay open 24 hours.
And I believe this belongs to you. I'll hand back the magnifying glass.
Ah, thank you. They hang it up. Alright. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
They turn back to the game. That's not how the board was. Yes, it was.
Ooh.
You just hear it on the way out.
Here, two
They were
gunshots.
waiting for the customers to leave before throwing hands.
But you guys are out. You will need to pay about another gold to make it for Suzuki.
Yeah, I got it. Don't worry.
And you are going to
I
arrive
don't
a fair
have
bit
to.
late.
I
Later
know. That's
than
why
an
I'm
hour.
not even saying anything. I'm just doing it.
But you do go back to the arena around that hour mark. You're just waiting, and they take a full another 30 minutes to get to you.
I mean, we were in the DMV we probably legitimately
5
finished
minutes.
while they were on the way there.
Dude,
Yeah.
that conversation you guys had took as long
Oh
as
yeah,
it
no,
took.
that's why I let
Yeah.
you guys go to Moring. You played some games, and now you're meeting back at the arena.
Okay.
So no, you guys
Yes.
could have been at the arena like an hour early.
Yeah.
But instead you're only like,
30
well, you're on time,
Yeah.
but you're 30 minutes early relative to them.
Yeah.
And it's still the yellow mimics, right?
They haven't played yet.
Aww.
Alright.
Charlie was really hoping to miss them.
Yeah, Charlie was really hoping to miss them.
You didn't.
Rest of session, Charlie trauma, go!
On
So,
on the Suzuki ride back, Margot would just mention if you, Herbie, are at all interested in studying more, there's a library at the disused place, and I'd be happy to share some of my experience, or Lizzie, who's my apprentice right now, I'm sure would also be happy to share some of her insights.
Oh, so I really appreciate that. I would like that, for sure.
Alright. You guys do meet up. You see the two just kind of putzing about outside the arena.
Is there anything you wanted to say while we were waiting?
Just gonna make like some talk. Like, what do you think of the new person?
Okay. Do you actually want to play that out?
I mean, we could.
I just.
I think Charlie would have some interesting thoughts. So I take it you don't particularly want to watch the game right now. So we can just hang out here. What do you think of the new person, Margot?
Margot. Seemed nice. I mean, I hardly spoke 2 sentences to her.
Yeah, me neither. Don't know. I just thought that mention of her role might have piqued your interest.
Honestly, I didn't hear much about what she said after that. A little distracted.
That's fair. I think you heard the interesting bit. Maybe that's why Herbie was so eager to match up with her.
You think he was?
I think so.
I wonder what they're doing at the library. Or what they did at the library. Hopefully they're on their way back.
Who's to say? Maybe they got stuck in a rabbit hole of knowledge.
I wish we could cut to us being eaten alive by like a tentacle monster.
I wish that would be so fucking good.
Look, it writes itself.
I was imagining the library being like a fucking monster house where like everything, like the walls are eating us.
Yeah. No.
I mean,
Prize.
either she'll find the party interesting with 2 curses to chew on, or she'll think there's something wrong with us.
Maybe a healthy mix of both.
Yeah. No, I'll probably get around to telling her. Sooner than
Sure.
I've told all of you.
She's probably the most likely to be able to help. At this juncture, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather she focus her attention on Herbie. I'm not feeling particularly urgent about my curse right now. With all the paladin stuff.
Yes. Yes, of course. Hopefully Herbie finds what he's looking for at that library. And hopefully Alvar's doing a good job at reading.
Well, they have Margot, so that's probably the best help that they can have.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
As time been going past, more and more people have been coming outside the arena, and more people, especially the people that have like the VIP pass, are beginning to file in to go watch the Yellow Mimic fight. Around the time your group does join in. They do catch eye of them as you do rejoin.
Wait, Mower. Yeah.
There you guys are.
Hey.
Took you a bit.
Well, you know, other side of the city and all that.
Well, it's pretty far. How was the library?
Fucking weird.
Oh,
It's like the non-Euclidean stuff you're talking about.
what the hell?
Yeah.
Where did you guys go?
The library.
The Arcane Library is very deep and holds more information than its footprint would suggest.
Very deep.
Deep. Okay.
Lean over to you, and I'm just like, dude, there's like signs in there, like from like people who got lost in there.
Well, that's fucked
It's
up. I
fucking creepy.
just got told like by the person at the DMV that I might need to go there.
Well, what are you looking
You
for?
don't need to go there.
I might need to. You don't need to.
What would you be looking for?
Just like coding laws.
It's probably on the top layer. You're probably fine.
How far did you go?
Like -15.
How far is there?
Like How far did you go? Like -15.
Is that a lot or a little? I don't.
It was far. It got dark.
What's the
Crazy.
deepest floor I've been to?
Probably like -17.
Okay.
Pretty far then. They'll have the coding laws at the office in Mojang.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully we won't have to plumb the depths.
More.
More.
Oh, right.
Oh, I thought that was intentional. I thought that that Charlie said it.
No, because you said it wrongly. Now everyone's saying it wrong.
I said it wrong like once.
I know. I'm
That's what
Trying
I'm
to set it
saying. I'm
straight.
not blaming you.
in Moraine.
Sometimes you just got Minecraft on the mind.
Mojang.
Well, anyway, it seems people are piling into the arena now.
Yes, it is very crowded around here.
I think the match is about to start.
Who's playing?
It's the Mimics.
Oh. Did we want to go in, or do we want to play a different game or something around here? We might get called. We probably don't want to be in the stands when we get called.
It might get called.
As I'm looking over at Charlie.
I wouldn't mind seeing the match.
Charlie's kind of just looking at people filing into the entrance.
Well, how about I tag along with you then, Margot?
You do see people coming in, similar to before. They all appear to be repping one of 3 different people. Some of which are adorned with like sprayed on or painted on golden scales. Some of them are coming in. A much smaller group of them are coming in with like red face paint and horns and even like a prosthetic tail on a few. As they appear to be rooting for someone else. And the last group appeared to be there appeared to be a fair amount of more humans in this last group, as they appear to be donning a sort of heavier set of armor, as well as some of them with having some magical looking symbols either on their armor or on their face paints.
We can all attend.
Alright then.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys go up and you guys get your special seats.
I didn't expect there to be so many tieflings at the games.
Does everyone have a big tiefling population?
Ushu does.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. Silverwind doesn't have a particularly large population of tieflings, as far as I know.
Some people are
You're
in
gonna be
costume
okay?
too, though.
I hope so.
Me too.
What?
I said some people are in costume.
Yeah.
In costume as tieflings?
Yep, that's
Yep.
what Julian said.
Yep.
They're
That's what Luden
they're,
said?
they're putting on the equivalent of yeah, 100%, yes. Is
So you want me to take it out?
is this common practice?
It's more that the person that is the tiefling, that's one of the 3 leaders, is very much making it part of their brand. They're making it very much that I'm a tiefling and I want to stand out as one.
Right. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, they're probably selling
Yeah.
specific, like, sponsored horns.
Yeah. And then there's me coming from Tiefling land being like, what the fuck?
I mean, although there's tieflings in your land, they're still like not seen as the best. Tieflings are not
Really?
seen as the best like
I thought-
anywhere on Earth. Just some places they're seen better.
I thought they were a majority population in Eco.
No.
No?
Julian has decreed that tieflings are the most looked down upon race.
Stigmatized.
Yeah.
The most oppressed. That's the word I'm looking for.
Okay. They're definitely more tolerated in Eco, at least.
Yeah. In Ushu and Eco are some of the places where they're more tolerated.
Yeah.
But most places it's neutral, negative to bad.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd like to find some names in my dog.
So, did you guys find what you were looking for at the non-Euclidean library?
We got a good starter book.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you find it useful, Herbie?
Yeah, I think it gave good base knowledge, and Margot said that we could do some more research later.
Stellar.
I'd be curious to hear about what you guys were talking about.
I was just explaining to Herbie and Elvart, right?
Yes.
I'm still getting used to some names.
It's all good.
Herbie and Alvar, just some of the basics of removing and breaking curses. Are you at all familiar?
I tried to familiarize myself with curses at some points, but I'm not much of a reader. How did you get into curses?
I got into curses actually through the Odysseus.
And so we're saying this as we're like making our way through
Yeah.
lines
Yeah.
and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say currently you're like in your seats waiting for the map to
Okay.
start.
My late husband Harlow worked for the Odysseus, and in the course of his work would occasionally become cursed, primarily from chromatics, and so I came into contact with Andy Deriva, who was the Odysseus Cursebreaker before me, as she would have to visit us often in order to douse and detangle occasionally these curses on Harlow, and I just became fascinated by the process and the study, and asked lots of questions to Andy, and every time she was over, she would start to teach me more and more about the process, and eventually I came to work with her full time under the Odysseus, and after she moved on from Silverwind a number of years ago, I took over as the Odysseus' main Cursebreaker in her stead, but I still reference her library very, very frequently, and there are still many things that I have to learn. There's always more to learn and understand when it comes to curses.
How do the chromatic curses usually work?
It can vary depending on the color and the power of the chromatics. I guess I say I don't know, but like
You can go crazy. Get
Okay.
no established law on this.
cool. Oftentimes the chromatics, frequently their curses are intertwined curses, which are curses that affect multiple one's aspects of being, but they're not as carefully woven as some curses can be that are placed by careful practitioners of magic and curse dealing. They're messy jumbles, which sometimes is easier to detangle, as there aren't any traps, any locks, any tightly woven nets, but sometimes it is harder just because of the unpredictability. It's not woven, it's clumped, and so you have to follow each thread much more carefully.
Is curse breaking more difficult if different curses from different sources get overlaid on top of each other? Like if someone was cursed by one chromatic and then cursed by another chromatic?
I'm just letting you know, don't hit buttons.
Oh, my bad.
If there are multiple curses on someone, usually they can be discerned through dousing, and so it's not common for the curses to interact in that way, unless that was intentionally done by the bestower of the second curse.
As you guys are still talking, loud music does begin to play, and the betting phase is going to be commencing. Many more people start talking, and it makes having this standard conversation a little bit harder
Yep.
to maintain.
We probably just let it trail off and look to the ring.
Yep.
I'm not gonna place bets in this one.
Coward.
I'm not gonna place bets because they're cringe.
Now entering the arena, the element! Woo, yay! A little quieter for this group than normal.
It is like noticeably quieter.
Yeah. Coming in on first side, Clay Scaleborn! And many of the people that were having more dragon-like paraphernalia start cheering out. Some people send small motes of fire into the air. Very dangerous, as some of the withers are like quickly putting them out. As people start cheering out, seemingly the loudest for this guy.
I'm gonna make something clear. I'm not making it look like I'm upset by watching this. I'm just like, I'm taking more of an analytical than I was in the last one where we were actively excited. I'm more just like, okay, what techniques and shit do they do?
Right?
More analytical eye.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I imagine we're like sizing these guys up.
I will say with a more analytical eye, you see Clay wearing decently armor, looks like more medium armor, and they have a large, a decent sized sword, not I won't say large, a long sword by their side, and a standard shield that they seem to use when they need it. They seem like one of the most generic fighters you can see, but one of the most prominent things about them is their large symbols on their chest that appear to be both paladin and even some more natural base, and some magic appears to be flowing through them. And they appear to be both a paladin and a sorcerer.
Paladin of what?
The paladin symbols appear to belong to souls.
Of course. Naturally. This fucking guy. Spit on you.
Next up, Matt Bigglehorn! And...
Fuck you.
Oh, you don't like Matt Bigglehorn? You don't like the
Hey,
goat?
everybody, it's me!
You don't like the goat Matt Bigglehorn? Matt Bigglehorn is the human wearing seemingly very simple armor around them. They appear to be artisanal of some kind, and as they clap their hand, a large suit of animated armor forms behind them. They throw out a jab, and it mimicked the jab.
The armor is named Sanjina.
Question: does Matt Figglehorn look like John Cena at all?
No.
Damn it!
But he does do the thing.
Why?
I wanted to give them the 5-knuckle shuffle too. I want to go crazy.
There's some reference
Oh,
going on
shit!
that I don't know.
Bigglehorn's the name for Fred!
Yes!
I don't know.
Fred the movie.
Fucking Fred from YouTube. Like, oh
Matt, or Bigglehorn is the last name of Fred. I completely forgot that. I didn't name
You
him
don't know
Bigglehorn because I
Fred?
thought that was a fun name.
Yeah, it is a fun name.
Maybe.
It's the only thing I'm ever going to think about now, though.
Old ass YouTube.
It's really.
I
old.
think I do
It's like
know.
a
Do I
Oh,
change
I
their
think
name
I
from
do
Bigglehorn?
know.
You've already said it. It's
You've already
Bigglehorn.
said it. It's
Matt
already real.
Bigglehorn.
He's out figgling his horn, dude.
Stop. No. I hate that sentence.
He appeared to get a lot of cheers from the...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Fred.
Yeah.
Appeared to get a lot of cheers from those wearing the armor and those with the symbols. And the last one up is Lyra Snipshade. And this is the tiefling. She noticeably, although some people cheer for her, around a good third, if not more, of the crowd actively boos for her.
Woo!
Charlie gets loud out of nowhere. But
loud.
she had a lot of boos for her. Thankfully, some is offset by Charlie. What's your roll on that?
19.
You're loud enough where she actively looks over in your direction.
That wasn't for volume. That was for
Okay.
if I like her.
Okay, never mind.
Should we cheer for her?
You can cheer for her.
I'll cast thaumaturgy.
I'm currently thinking back into my mind of we need to be respected.
No, this is literally what I said earlier. And all you guys were like, chill.
Again, I think it's uncharacteristically weird because there's 5 of us in the room. A lot of people are cheering.
Yeah.
I know.
I just cheered, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just cheering
It's fine.
better than everyone else.
You can say he's weird.
That's what
I
I'm
did a
saying.
normal
Yeah, he
cheer.
thought. I think
I
when
didn't
he
say
does that,
anything
Herbie
for-
shrinks
I mean,
a little bit in
I'm
his
probably
seat.
not the only person casting thaumaturgy.
It's
in the
not.
crowd.
I give it a fine. I think it's fine. You're
Gives
good.
it a thumbs up.
I'm defending you. You're good.
Thank you, buddy.
Glenn gives it a thumbs up.
You get the thumbs up. Audio listeners love you that I give it thumbs up. Alright. They go on to the betting phase for a little bit, and they're all doing their poses. They all do a little bit only for at some point Matt Figglehorn does stop. And he turns to the crowd, addressing, cupping his hand to his mouth with the armor does the same as he casts thaumaturgy, shouting to the crowd, "Audience! I am one of the newest here. I am one of the newest of the Yellow Mimics, and as such I recognize one thing. That though I have worked hard, that today is not my day." And he takes a knee down, and he's saying he's not going to be competing.
Boo!
Some of the crowd does look a little very disheartened by this, and some people are also just confused. I will say, with passive insight,
Yeah.
and if you want, you could roll active insight, as this is a weird situation.
He's fucking lying. He's a scumbag. I believe he's a scumbag, so I believe he's lying. It's classic yellow mimic shit.
Yeah.
It is classic
You
yellow
are
mimic
fucking
shit.
powered up for this.
23.
You're not sure if they're lying or not, but you do see that during the process of giving up, he repeatedly looks over towards Clay, making several
Right.
points of eye contact before kneeling.
I mean, it's not fucking simple. It's not him being honorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see as, continuing with that high insight, you see as both of them kind of look a little bit toward Lyra, expecting her to maybe act in a similar way. However, she doesn't. She continues showboating, flashing to the crowd, and having an overall good time, trying to get their attention. Her archetype appeared to be that of a rogue. As she brandishes her daggers quite liberally and points to a potion belt on her inner thigh where there appears to be a lot of potions already prepared, as well as an apparatus seemingly able of creating more.
Silent.
Dagger spray, dagger spray, dagger spray.
Shim, 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 shim.
The betting phase does eventually
What
close.
was her name again?
Lyra Snipshade.
I'm gonna write her down.
I knew that Figglehorn guy was gonna be a bitch, dude. Damn him.
Not Matt Figglehorn. Not my goat.
He never even did his attitude adjustment, dude. Shut up.
Alright. Now the betting phase is closing. Are you guys placing any bets? Notably, Matt Figglehorn is still able to be bet on.
Fuck that.
You see that he has a very, very low odds, like a solid 20 to 1.
What are the
People are betting on him.
5%.
Yellow mimic.
Yeah, because
Yes.
if you win, you're fucking good to the moon. No, I'll even up it. 30 to 1.
3% of people still have faith in Matt Figglehorn.
So bet to the moon if you hit it.
Charlie will slap 30 down on Lyra.
Oh, coward. I wanted you to bet on Figglehorn.
Maybe Figglehorn.
To the moon.
To the moon.
I will say, all of you see, despite Charlie, I think saying originally they weren't going to bet, they dropped a pretty
I never
bet.
said
Oh no, you
anything.
said you're not going to bet.
No, I wasn't going to.
I think Leon would ask like Charlie for like betting advice, like where would my money be best placed? That
To
guy's
be
got
fair, I
30 to
originally
1
said I wasn't gonna
odds.
bet because I
He's
didn't want to
taking
be rude
me.
to Charlie, but Charlie's betting. But I still don't know, so I'm just not going to.
Dude, through the roof.
To the moon.
I would say the mood has shifted a little bit.
Yeah.
It's more just like I was like.
Leon's
I don't know,
question.
man.
I don't know if
Yeah,
anyone else, because it's loud. Leon
Yeah.
asked me a direct question, so I don't know if you guys are even listening.
Yeah.
But Charlie does lean in and say, Clay's odds are best, but you see me betting on Lyra.
I'm feeling a little silly. I'm gonna put 10 down on that.
You make 300.
Can you imagine? That'd be
I don't wanna support Clay, fuck that guy.
Matt
This will be funny.
Figglehorn.
You guys technically don't know. I mean, you guys know that I
You said he
dislike
has-
the yellow mimics.
You said he has the best odds, and then you proceeded to not bet for him. That is sign enough.
You also scowled for everyone else.
Yeah, I scowled for
Yeah.
both of them.
You did.
Yeah.
I'm saying that you don't know if I have beef. You don't know who I have
You
beef
would've
towards.
done that.
Yeah.
No.
I think
But
it is also
Kirby
very
doesn't
high
have
on
money.
the
Oh,
odds
absolutely.
are 30 to
Everyone
1.
goes to
Yeah.
bet on Matt Figglehorn.
No, the reason why Alvar's not voting
You're right.
now is just because he's like, I don't know these people and I don't really care, so
Yeah.
I'll just watch.
Like after like betting, Leon will sit down next to you and be like, I love pissing away gold, I guess.
Selections are being made, and there's like a large display in the center appears to rotate around, made by some illusionist that appears to be showing the selections as they're being made. You see immediately from two people in the cover section, light and heavy color are immediately both crossed out, leaving both banned. The only cover option is no cover. That's the only one of importance. However, you see over time that it is creating a very unfriendly environment for rogues.
Yeah. I mean,
She doesn't get anything in there? Did she
She-
leave
All
anything in
likelihood.
there?
She gets a few, but she lost cover immediately.
Yeah.
She had
I
the
mean,
third
yeah.
choice, and both covers got crossed out.
Clay won the last 2 games. It's kind of a wash, but
We bet for fun. Sometimes. Sometimes we bet to send a message.
Now time for the actual fight. The three people come out. Matt Bigelhorn does come out onto the arena still, but does take a knee immediately after exiting his room. Or his little cage.
little cage. Go back to your little cage.
Get back in your
I think
holding
I'm
cell,
gonna-
Bigelhorn.
I'm gonna look over at Charlie and I'm gonna ask you, who do you think I'd have if we were on the same like power level? Who do you think I'd have the most trouble with?
Charlie's gonna think for a second. Where does Alvar have the most trouble in combat? I mean, he kind of just can't tank it.
Yeah.
Tanking he's
is
not meant
his-
to-
Heavy hits,
Real thing.
range.
Yeah.
In that case, your weakness would probably be Clay.
Be Clay?
Yeah, Clay is the heavier hitter. Lyra is death by 1,000 cuts.
Oh, I was
Alvar-
still considering Figglehorn.
Oh, if Bigelhorn's fighting, Bigelhorn is actually a pretty big threat.
I know. I would probably say. You might have problem with Figglehorn. He has good reach and can be a heavy hitter when he hits. I mean, he's. I shouldn't say that. Deciding to step back for Clay. You'd have problems with Clay. He hits hard. You could probably take Lyra.
Okay. I'll look at and just basically analyze Clay's stuff to be like, how can I be better at the thing I'm bad at? In like the sense of like not be instantly put into the dirt.
I want to watch the fight and figure out who I think is like more of a smug bastard between Clay and fucking Figglehorn.
I mean, Figglehorn's on a knee.
Yeah, he's a little like bitch boy. But
I
like,
will say, this might not have been something any of you even come with. For previous events, you usually came with a friend that you're close with who would describe the fight to you. Is anyone describing the fight?
she asking for it.
If it's not being asked
She's
for,
not
and
asking.
I don't think it would come to your mind, then you don't get the fight described. The atmosphere is still nice, and you can tell people are definitely having a fun time.
How many people are in like the VIP section? Just out of curiosity.
In your specific area, probably like 3 groups, yours included. There appears to be like many VIP sections set up
Okay.
specifically for these types of matches.
Gotcha. But this section is
Around 3 different
we
groups.
represent about a third of it. Okay.
Yeah.
There is a chance I would normally think about it, but there's no fucking way
Not
I'm
right
thinking
now.
about it right now.
That's
I
absolutely.
mean,
fine.
like, if out of the corner of my eye, I realize, oh wait, the blind person is sitting in the middle and no one's talking about the match.
That's fair, but I think you're still enjoying it. Like, the
Yeah,
atmosphere
yeah.
is electric, and any, like, big eruptions you'll see very clearly.
Exactly. So
Yeah. I think if it comes up at any point, Leon would jump to it, but at current, he
that's
wouldn't notice.
absolutely fine.
Yeah, let's do the fight.
Margaret's not drawing attention to it at all.
The fight does start with Matt Bigelhorn taking the aforementioned knee. And I will kind of rely on your 2 insight from before, as you rolled high and you have a high passage.
Yeah.
You can see, although Clay is obviously playing up to the crowd, a wide smile, excited for this fight, he looks very irritated, and almost like he doesn't think he should have to have it. As you did say, Clay's won a lot of these before. He never made it to the actual Ivory Elite, but he's won his placement several times.
Yeah.
As he brandishes his sword, and starts looking toward Lyra, and Lyra just like kind of looks a little distracted, is like looking around to see if there's a place where she can hide. There's like a very few structures, and some of them provide partial cover if best, but no like shade, no darkness, very little places for her to actually act. Now it's gonna start the first phase. Lyra does go first out of the two, and she does her best to take some sort of hidden cover behind one of them. The perspective is such that you guys can see Lyra hiding behind a small structure, while Clay is merely approaching. Clay uses the time to channel some divinity as bright light shines across his blade, a light that is recognizable to all of those who worship Solus. Praise be.
You knew this would be the scenario. You have something.
You see as they go flipping through their cloak looking for something.
There's no way you didn't plan.
Oh yeah.
She does release what appears to be a bottle of endless smoke as it pours into the field. The fight does get a little bit clouded as a small, almost appears to be magical visor goes in front of you guys, allowing you guys to see through the smoke, specifically pointing out the three body figures in the smoke. And a fight that does break out now. Does Lyra land the first blow? No. Not even close. Lyra runs up through the smoke and immediately gets deflected and struck down.
Damn it.
Was a clean hit.
Clay got a crit follow that up. As he channeled the divinity, he channeled his smite, and he strikes down directly onto the body.
Oh. Charlie, if this was me like 2 years ago, how much would I have liked Clay?
He's a well-liked figure.
By Solus worshippers.
By Yushu.
The attack does miss, and Lyra has set up mirror image. It seemed like that figure that ran in was not her, as a second figure runs in directly after, and actually lands a clean hit. The fight goes back and forth, with it being very hard to see due to the smoke, but you guys can see the general outlines, and it appears to be a back and forth between two melee fighters. One repeatedly trying to get distance in order to prepare her potions, and one doing a relentless pursuit on her. Since their voices are so far away and there are so many crowds speaking, it's a little hard to hear what they say, but they do appear to be having some sort of exchange during the fight. If you want to hear it, you can roll perception, however it's going to be a pretty high DC.
I'll give
Guidance for myself.
Sure, why not? I'll probably
Yeah,
win it,
guidance.
but for funsies. Nope.
Woo! I got a 27.
That one, baby. Can't hear shit.
Probably
You're just like, why does someone smoke? This is a horrible fight.
12.
Leon locks in, ears.
You don't manage to hear
tilt.
it. Leon, you hear, and it's under the hushed tones of the crowd. You got an nat 20, right?
27 total.
The DC was 25.
Okay.
So this is not heard by like nearly any of the crowd besides you. Very harsh words are being said by Clay. Borderline not good words.
Again, from a lens of like a worshiper of Solus, is this guy acting at all in accords with how I'd expect?
Presentation-wise, yes. The way he just spoke, absolutely not.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Solus also doesn't like tieflings.
Yeah.
But the words he is using is a very harsh.
Is he dropping like the slurs?
He's like basically saying slurs.
Oh my god.
Seeming very agitated with Lyra. Lyra, the best way to describe how she speaks back is imagine like a really cheesy Spider-Man.
I love her.
Constantly egging him on, and you see through her voice and through the position that all of you see, she's getting a little bit more concerned as she is slowly getting backed into the back wall.
Yeah. You see Leon, ears tilted, locked in on the fight.
I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe he said that.
He does like cover his mouth at one point. He's like, holy shit.
It seems to get very aggressive, as you notice each smite is basically how you would like rebuke a demon. He essentially says phrases like that.
Oh, he's channeling the ancient tone.
He is channeling the ancient tones.
The ancient slurs.
I mean,
I think Leon says that like under his breath. He's like, he's saying the ancient rites.
Charlie just kind of nods absently. She honestly like, yeah.
The fight continued for a little bit longer, with Lyra clearly on the back foot. Being fully backed into the wall, Clay drops his blade and starts channeling a fire in his breath. As soon, he basically drops like one more pretty bad word that you do happen to see. As soon as the smallest bit of fire leaves his mouth, all of you see a massive eruption. And the smoke had a little bit of flammable properties to it. As the massive eruption just shoots across the arena, you see mages quickly stand by to like reinforce the walls with you. As just a flourishing of color is left. After the eruption finally cleared, Lyra is barely standing, but as a red tiefling, she resists the damage. However, Clay, as a golden dragonborn, resists the damage.
Yeah.
As they both appear very weak with many of their weaponry, armors, and swords very much torched.
Charlie does
is where I
pop
get
off.
my
though.
bag.
Charlie does pop off. Though.
You see very weakly as Lyra tried taking out a few more daggers and throwing it to the best of her ability. However, Clay just had more strength. He's less worn out. Although he was caught off guard, he's just more of a force. Yep.
was Figglehorn affected by the explosion?
Figglehorn's fucking...
Oh.
What the fuck?
He's actually not down. He appeared to have taken some respite in his armor.
Okay.
Okay.
Both tanked up.
Like, get the fuck back in there, you little bitch boy.
A few more daggers are thrown with one slicing across Clay's face. And it looks like some mages kind of like get a zoom in on the spot. You see in closer to you guys like drift of green liquid dripping out. As he kind of like looks at it. Just gives a gentle shrug.
And then he's paralyzed and he falls down and Lyra wins.
And then Fred Figglehorn does 5-knuckle shuffle.
After 12 seconds of them running around, it looks like Lyra got the hit of poison and is now simply just trying to outlast him as she starts running around. They're trying to stall for time. Clay notably getting slower with every passing moment.
Let's go, dig deep!
More of the crowd is yelling towards Clay, which appears to get him enough resilience to keep moving.
Lyra!
And although you are cheering, your one voice is not nearly enough. And she's trying to stall for a time. She looks like she's going to make that distance apart before you love her.
I
Matt
fucking knew
Figglehorn
this guy.
reaches
I
out
fucking
and
knew this
grabs her
guy.
by the arm, locking her in place. She kind of looked a little surprised by the gesture. However, Clay continued walking up, brandishing his sword once more, and then falls down. And Lyra looks at Matt. Matt looks at Lyra, and Matt immediately jumps in, getting ready to fight. And Lyra very quickly takes out a dagger and stabs him in the throat.
Charlie, I am not gonna pop off in this room as loud as Charlie pops off in those stands.
And Matt, choking on what appeared to be a caustic liquid of some kind, starts stumbling back, and Clay already down. Lyra looks up to the crowd in shock, and the crowd looks back with a series of boos and cheers that Lyra won.
You glorious beauty!
Albert will cheer for her with this.
He'll clap, he'll cheer. He likes an underdog story. And he also doesn't fucking hate tieflings.
Yeah.
And the crowd looks very surprised. Clerics are ushered onto the field to deal with the poisons. It notably takes them a little bit of time to deal with the poisons, although they're able to. It appears to be quite the strong poison that she is packing. As Lyra is healed. You notice the second that the poison is taken off of Clay, and you've been paying attention to Clay this whole time, so I'm going to let you see this. The crowd at whole does not see this. There is like a gesture for a brief moment where it looks like he's about to lunge out towards Lyra before he regains composure, trying to quickly turn that lunge into almost like a sportsman-like handshake. Without the smoke or anything covering him, he acts as he should. As the fight is over.
Oh wow!
Wow. Should have backed your fighter.
Crowds are very upset. As you see many Silverhand recruits basically blocking people, unlike last time where the Red Knights were more than happy to have people storm the field. They are stopping it.
Yeah.
As people seem concerned. If you Silverhand recruits get to Lyra and basically usher her away as fast as possible.
Should we be getting involved here?
Unless there's a breach now.
As she's getting ushered away, she still chews out in great happiness over her victory.
Charlie is just going to try to make it known that she has at least some supporters in the crowd.
Yeah. The supporters do seem happy. They also, although some seem to want to storm the field, others are not getting into fights, but like approaching getting into fights with others. However, many of her supporters are tieflings, and they know that it can look bad to be getting into fights. And as such, they try to avoid it when possible. But after a solid 25 minutes of chaos, the arena does eventually simmer down. The line for receiving your bet appears very short, with only very diehard supporters even being in the line. Many of the tiefling supporters that you saw that may have supported her didn't even bet on her. And it seemed like a long shot.
I'm in that bet line. I bet 30.
And back, you receive 90.
Nice.
I will say some people look at you in the betting line and do scoff at you as they walk by.
Charlie gives a glowing smile.
Clay was what is that, 64% favorite?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, I believe it. Surprised it's not higher.
That was exhilarating.
Charlie's still walking on clouds a little.
That. God's. Oof.
I really thought she was done for.
Wow, that felt great.
Did any of you else hear what that Clay guy was saying?
I
It was-
could
it was
barely see
bad.
what was happening.
It was really bad.
Sorry, no nothing right now.
Okay. He was saying things you really shouldn't be saying in public. Found it quite unsavory. But I guess he lost, so. Maybe he was trying to be the villain. I don't know.
I will say, as you're walking away, you do get confronted by a few, they look like almost reporters wearing sharp blue. They walk up. Excuse me. Did you just see that electric match within the arena?
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, can we please take a moment of your time and ask you about what you saw in there? We heard it was an exhilarating match.
Absolutely, sure.
Great. And you
Yeah,
see,
we're representing the Odysseus right now, so we can't.
Yeah.
Everyone
yeah.
everyone get it
That was
straightened
like
up.
locking in.
Charlie can't help the smile.
Cast guidance on himself.
So, we heard some unprecedented things happening in that fight. One, it seemed like a certain Matt Bigglehorn. Sorry. Matt Bigglehorn seemed to have dropped out of the fight. Was that correct?
He made a show of it. He didn't quite actually drop out of the fight. It was a tricky maneuver.
I see. And do you think that maneuver paid off for Matt?
No, absolutely not.
All right. And how do you feel about the surprising upset, Lyra?
It was exhilarating, I have to say, watching the match. Personally, I'm a big fan of an underdog story, and based on the betting tracking, it looks like that's what this was. Virus surprised everyone, I believe, with the use of poisons and well-placed dagger strikes, and really took out a win that I don't think people were expecting.
Charlie's gonna step in before the question can get turned over again.
Oh,
And
yes.
Lyra has really put her all in for the last 2 arcane games where she got beat out by Clay. And, you know, she really took her time from the last arcane games to this arcane games to really up her strategy coming in. It was really obvious that she'd put a lot of thought into the match and the technique that she would need to use in order to win, and it really paid off for her. Yeah.
I think Eller's also gonna be like.
Yes.
It's also, as someone who isn't very familiar with these individuals, looking at them all and seeing their techniques was actually very informative and very useful to see where these leaders are at, what their kind of ideas are and stuff like that. A good showing of what they're known for and who they are.
All right. And do you have anything to add?
It was kind of smoky at one point. It made it kind of hard to watch, but it was overall pretty good.
And finally, any finishing notes?
No, thank you.
All right. Well, that's great to hear. How do you guys feel about? It seems like you're all pretty big Lyra fans here, which is always good to see. How do you guys feel about the insane upset from Clay, not even making it to the main games this year?
I have to imagine he's pretty upset about that.
Yeah. It seems like his frustration is already getting around. Now, this is just a rumor slowly pouring out that I've heard a few people discuss it on their other things. How do you feel about the idea that Lyra may have used underhanded tactics to maybe win this, even possibly cheating in these games?
Charlie's gonna immediately step into this question. I mean, Yellow Mimics are always known for their pre-game battle strategy and sort of just, the techniques that they bring into the fight. I think for the Yellow Mimics in particular, especially in the Arcane games, but also in the guild in general, the fight always starts before the battle. And I think that Lyra really exemplified that everything it means to be a quality Yellow Mimic. So, I think she simply outplayed Clay today at what it means to be a Yellow Mimic.
And then Alvar's gonna also butt in and be like, I also believe in the Arcane games and the administrators there, and I believe that they would make sure a fair fight would occur, and truly I believe that they would take this very seriously, considering how this is the first step into potentially becoming a very important person to this country, and so I find it really hard to believe that cheating would be something possible within these games.
Agreed. It seems like from some of our words on the inside, some of the administrators are already looking into this, reviewing the fight and seeing if anything may mislead unhanded. Now, cheating is, as you know, unhanded tactics are absolutely understandable, but there might have been a manipulation of the field, but that is not allowed to happen prior to the game, and that is what is questioned. We're not 100% sure, but it seems like the gases may have been unintentionally affected by the field itself, which is not allowed. So the administrators are looking into that. How do you feel about that claim?
Again, they're doing their due diligence based on concerns of the public, but I have full faith in the people who've set up these games and have held them for all these years that they've existed to make sure that something like that wouldn't be possible.
Yes, we will trust the professionals behind the games.
And that's great to hear. And one final word, I can't help but notice that you are wearing the uniforms of the Odysseus. Now, we have heard some word that there are going to be 4 new teams representing them in these upcoming Luden trials. Are you by chance one of them?
We are.
Yes.
You are speaking with Fate's Favored.
Fate's Favored. Well, you heard it here first, everyone. Fate's Favored is favoring Lyra, as well as looking forward into their future of the Luden trials. Is that right?
That's right.
Then thank you, and signing off. We're not live, but I always like doing that.
Oh, that's fun.
Alright, thank you guys so much. You guys are a treat to talk to. Have a good one.
Well,
Oh, I thought you might bite us in the ass. Oh well.
Yeah, it's a little much.
they always manipulate headlines.
You shouldn't agree, though.
Alright. And some time to kind of go past. Is there anything else you guys want to do this session? If not, I think we'll end it.
Sorry to speak for you, Margot.
It's alright. I'm not used to being in front of all the lights and such.
Sorry, you probably didn't actually see much of what was going on.
I didn't, but I can surmise what happened from the reporting that was going on.
We'll try to be better about it.
It's alright.
Well,
Man, this is. I mean, it's exciting for the arcane games, but the arcane games. Clay's had a lot of influence in the Yellow Mimics just because he's been the main representative in the games for the past 2 runnings. I think that Lyra might be able to make some good moves back home with this. It's just really exciting to see.
did you hear a lot about her before? You seem to be really in favor with her.
She worked, she was in charge of a different division, so I didn't get to work with her directly, but I respect her. She's always come across as a leader that keeps the trickery to combat.
I see. Alright. Well, I'm glad we had fun. We'll see what those news reporters have to say, though. How they might twist our words, but we'll see how that happens.
Alright. Is there anything else you guys would like to do this session?
Do you want us to tag along to get you back to the docks, or?
I can get back, alright.
Alright.
Thank you then.
Well, we should probably head to the inn. You
Try
got
the
some
house.
friends you gotta see.
Yeah, I gotta make sure everyone's all taken care of and fed.
Mm-hmm. I think
It was a pleasure to meet you all, and I look forward to training with you again tomorrow.
yeah. Hope to get to know you better.
I'll see you then.
Alright. And that is where we will end our session. Thank you guys so much for coming to session 8, season 2, and we'll see you all next time. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.